All right, guys. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons. This is the 12th episode of our module, the Sunless Citadel. We are going to be diving into it here in just a moment. The team is coming up very quickly to a point where there is no going back. There is no running. Don't tell them that, though. They can probably hear me. Anyways, yeah. So we're gonna be playing tonight. Just so you guys know, I do not pay attention to chat. If this is your first time here, I do not watch chat whatsoever. So I apologize if you are slightly ignored or feeling ignored. The other crew, or the other cast, I guess we can call them, they're more than welcome to stay involved in chat. But yeah, besides that, just sit back, relax, enjoy yourselves, and we're going to dive into it. We'll be going until about 10 p.m. Central Time, so that's about 3 hours from now. All right, guys, here we go. All right, guys. So, recap. So the last time that we played, you guys had ventured from the little subsection with the Thokwas, and you had done some digging in and around their nesting area where Bofer found a couple of gorgeous sapphires that were potentially being kept for some sort of food source by these elemental snakes. You guys left there, headed northeast, up into the goblin uh, territory where they had like their little experiment set up and weapon tables. It was like a little garrison, a mini garrison essentially. Found some pretty horrific things like the rat that was strapped to the table, and looks like they were experimenting on it. You found some really dirty goblin like wine and all sorts of just random shit. You moved on from that area heading east, and you found what appeared to be a series of two arboretums. And inside of these arboretums, you encountered some bugbears, which were a little bit tougher, I think, than you had originally anticipated, as they almost cut you down completely. Our poor ranger tried her best. But you guys overcame it, as you have overcome everything so far, and you moved into the Northern Arboretum, where again you encountered some skeletons and twig blights in another one of those weird, funky composting rooms. You slew them, no problem. Pushed up into the very far northern composting area, where you discovered a hidden chamber. Inside the hidden chamber, there was this elaborate dragon statue that had some goofy writing on a circle on the floor inside. Meepo, being the only one who could read Draconic, spoke its incantation aloud, and as he did so, he became very, very charismatic in nature. Just the way he spoke had almost a magical ring to it. His scales glistened a little bit more than they had before. And it was at about that time that a shadow crept out from behind this statue and attempted to attack you, only to essentially get one rounded by you guys, as you were having none of its bullshit. From there, you pushed north into a small room that looked like an abandoned library. It looked like the books had been tossed in there. I believe you found something in there as well. I think there was maybe some spell scrolls or something like that. And then you guys made for an underpass, and when we had just left off at the tail end of the game last time, you guys were just coming out from underneath the underpass. Now, during this whole excursion from last game, she attempted to use the contaminated goblin piss to stave off infection in some of her wounds, and instead, well, you'll see, it had pretty much the exact opposite effect that she was hoping for. So, all right. With that being said, we'll do XP real quick. I know we talked about it last time. At least I think we did. So last session we had the bugbear fight, which was 80 experience each. The skeleton and twig blight fight which was 40 experience each. The Shadow Fight, which was 20 experience each. And your guys' wonderful roleplay, as always, earned everybody 60 experience points, which was 200 exactly, putting everybody to 1,671 experience points ending. Okay. Does anybody have any questions for me before we jump into it?
I'm going to ask the same thing I ask at the beginning of everything, and that's to, if I can med check on people, see where everyone's at, get a reminder.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and give me a medicine check with disadvantage, please.
While she rolls that, I'd also like a reminder on what this charisma like mechanically does.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me just one moment and I will let you know that. So a 10, it's really tough to tell. You are so wounded yourself, that looking at everybody else, what you can tell as a fight or flight mentality being, you are currently in flight, and everybody else seems to still be in the throng of fight, and that's what I'll tell you.
I'm still fevery, right?
Oh, very much so, yep.
Okay.
Okay, so Lucy, give me just 1 second here, buddy. So yeah, the way that it works is that you have advantage on all charisma checks for the next 24 hours. Well, until I tell you, but yeah, it'll be until 24 hours has elapsed.
Okay.
Now that's
because Meepo wasn't powerful enough.
Yeah, right. Hey, bring a sorcerer with, they said. It'll be great, they said. All right. Any other questions? All right, well then we'll jump into it. So you guys have just come up and out of what is the underpass. She is lagging behind just a little bit, whether it be an intentional or unintentional thing. Nobody's really quite sure, but she always stays in the back, so you assume she's fine.
That looks normal to me.
And yeah, so what would you guys like to do?
Beaufort's gonna look behind him and ask Doc if she can go peek the corner.
Sure. I'm gonna stealth. I'm gonna attempt to stealth. I don't want to be cocky.
Okay, go ahead and give me an attempted stealth roll.
22.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay, you definitely feel hidden. No problem, Kat. Do what you gotta do. Uh-oh, we lost Lucy.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
his camera was
No, that's
freezing.
okay.
Just
That's
lost
okay.
your camera.
Yeah, if your camera is out, I would rather hear you than see you. So, I mean, okay, that sounded kind of rude, but
I think it
that's
just
not-
automatically cut my camera out.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough, man. Hey, if we can hear you, that's all I really care about. Especially considering that you're like on vacation and being a badass. All right, so, Doc, how far is your dark vision, please? Is it 60 feet?
60.
So you peek around the corner of this little hallway, and sure as shit, it is another very long, 10-foot wide corridor that leads down so far that your dark vision fades out eventually. You stop being able to distinguish stone, and you just see a tunnel essentially past that 60-foot mark.
It's another long hallway. Do you want me to keep going?
I would rather not have what happened to you last time, so let's go together.
Yeah, we should all die instead of just me.
That's a good idea.
Die together like a family. Aww.
Aww.
Everybody says
Meepo prefers not dying.
I mean, honestly, I would kind of prefer us all to be together instead of like what happened with the other bugbear.
Let me go a little
Yeah, that's
ahead
fair.
and check for traps.
Okay, go ahead and give
I'm
me...
readying behind us as best I can.
Okay. Can you give me a perception check, please, Candace? So
19.
as you're moving, your dark vision finally gets to a point where you can see that down here the hallway does end. Give me a second here. So way the hell at the end, you can see that there is a wall However, as you are looking, you're watching the walls, you're watching the floors, you're looking up at the ceiling, you do notice that to the immediate right of you, there is a door, and then about 30 feet south of that, there's a second door on the wall there. But you do not sense any traps up until this point when you notice the doors.
I'm gonna go up to this door and just listen at it first.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check, please.
16.
It is silent on the other side of that door.
I'll look back. I'll look like over my shoulder and motion for them to come forward.
Beaufort's gonna start waddling forward.
Real scurry.
I don't hear anything. Can I check this door for traps as well?
Yeah, go ahead, give me a perception check.
Can I?
22.
Oh, never mind.
I don't need your
here.
guidance.
Yeah, you're positive looking this door over that there is nothing suspicious about it whatsoever.
Okay, I'm thinking I'm getting used to this place. Is it locked?
It is yes, it is locked and the door is closed.
Is there a
It'd be weird if
keyhole?
it was locked and opened.
Is there a keyhole there?
Yeah, that would be really fucking weird. You just see that the deadbolt has been twisted, but the door's slightly ajar. Like, who the fuck locked this door? Somebody's in trouble. There is a keyhole, yes.
You done did it wrong. Okay, I'm gonna try to pick the lock. Do we want to go in here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Might not. Maybe it might not hurt to look in there.
I'll
Was
use
it
guidance.
dexterity? Thank you.
I'm sorry, say again, Candy?
Is it dexterity that you have me roll for that?
So yeah, with as far as picking locks,
Yeah.
is that what you're saying? Yeah. So
Yeah.
in order to pick locks, use your thieves' tools. You roll a dexterity check. Now you, if I am not mistaken, picked thieves' tools as your
Yes.
expertise, right? So
Mhm.
you get to add your proficiency modifier twice.
And yeah, I get to double it. Yep.
So so go ahead and make a dexterity check plus your.
My dexterity check.
Wait, why did you roll a d4?
I've
Because I
cast
had
guidance.
guidance, but I don't see my.
Oh.
Hold on.
So just click on dexterity.
I did it. It just didn't come across.
Okay, that's weird.
Oh.
Okay, so it came
That's
across
so sad.
now.
It's nice.
And then what's your proficiency modifier?
So it's gonna be 12, 13.
Out of curiosity, in D&D Beyond, can you just click on Thieves' Tools and have it do a roll for you?
That's a good question. Hold on.
I am unfamiliar with picking locks. That is a class I've, honest to God, never played. It's a lock picker. Lock picker. Professional.
No, there's not really
No.
a.
Okay, it's fine. I was just curious. Okay, so what is your total?
13.
13. So yeah, you put the lock picks in and you begin to manipulate it, and you realize after about
I was just
How did
testing
you
the
do
tools.
that? How did you do that?
I'm sorry, that's so funny though.
Yeah, I have a flute. I'm good. Ree's good with a flute, just so you know. You click on tools.
Oh, and then you click beyond 20.
Yeah, click beyond
But it
20.
doesn't-
It'll
yeah,
just,
but
it'll
canvas
just put it in there. It doesn't
It
roll
just
it.
says what it is. I see. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so you begin to manipulate the lock with your lock picks, and as you get about 3/4 of the way down the tumblers, you hear an audible click, and then all of a sudden the pick in your right hand gives way suddenly, and the tumblers reset. You begin to pull your lock picks out, and you realize that your right pick has broken.
This lock is
Oh,
fucking
no.
rude.
And hands down, that is this lock, as far as how difficult it felt to pick, was on par with the one in the very first room that you guys encountered with the weird dragon mouth that was the keyhole.
Do you want me to try my lockpick?
Yeah.
I'll
I'm
help.
mad at this door. Break it.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Still not as difficult. as
How
Ricky's
how do we help with?
Yeah, give me 1 second, Boo Boo. Lucy, what was that? I apologize. I'm gonna let him talk because he's kind of laggy.
Still not as difficult as Urki's cage.
Sorry, he got jokes down in Africa. Okay. Boo Boo, what was the question about helping?
How do we help with kicking down a door? Like, what's the?
It's not okay. So you can okay. So what'll happen is whoever's going to be the primary is going to make a strength check to knock the door down. If somebody is assisting in that, meaning you say, hey, I'm going to help knock this door down, you grant the person making the roll advantage on their roll.
Oh, then yeah, I'll give it to him.
And that's
Or her.
essentially you hitting it with your shoulder at the same time that, Ree would be giving it the full force. Boom.
That makes sense.
All right, Ree, ready? 3, orange, purple, go.
What's bad is that Ree probably understood exactly what you were counting to.
Oh wait, that's not
Purple,
what it
clearly.
Hey,
Hey, that's good.
so go on, purple.
We didn't
Are
go
we
on
going
orange.
before purple or after purple?
So you hit the door, and one sec here. So you hit the door, and like the full brunt of your strength, you see the door shudder, but you see part of the handle as it begins to cave inward. Like you hit it, you feel it bulge inward, and then as you kind of recoil and look back, you guys all actively see the actual the mechanism that is the doorknob and the keyhole flash for a second, and the door reseals itself.
Oh, it's not just me.
Ah, it's a booyah door.
Uh,
I bet there's something special back here, man. I don't think I'm going to be able to.
do we have any keys we found?
I don't think so. I haven't seen any
so.
keys.
I feel like we found a key at some point.
We did, but I think it was to the cage, to one of the cages.
Maybe
earlier.
the key might be down here.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, we can. Let me go listen at the other
Let's
door.
go down here.
Okay, I'm gonna listen at this door.
Okay, give me a perception check.
That's a 10.
No, it is quiet on that side as well.
Okay. Is the door locked?
This door is not locked.
I'm gonna pretend like I'm unlocking it to redeem myself.
Okay, give me a performance check. Actually, give me a deception check. No, you know what? Fuck it. Give me a performance check.
A 3.
So Doc literally takes the single busted pick that she has in her hand, and you see her just fish around where the doorknob is, as there is no keyhole, and then she kind of like pulls it back, and she's like, "Yeah, I got it."
The fuck are you doing?
She may have even made an audible
Was
click
that
with
the
her mouth. She just went,
Doc, do you have something
Click.
stuck in your teeth?
It's good to go.
Is there still rat meat in your teeth? It kind of made a little clicking sound.
Yes.
Okay.
Kick the door down.
Good job.
Oprah's gonna rub his hands together really fast and then grab the door and just push it open.
"All right, give me 1 sec here." You guys are fucking killing me.
Meeple would probably clap anyway.
Aw, my meeple.
All right, I'm gonna need
Oh,
everyone.
fuck.
I need
Fuck.
everyone to hold real quick.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
All right, go ahead and add yourselves to the initiative order. Don't forget to click on yourself, please. Give you a little description here as soon as this gets into it.
Oof.
When I saw Cats come across on D&D Beyond, I read it as she who has not rolled initiative.
That's the new name. That's the new name.
All right, everybody roll.
That's a quit.
Damn it. Beaten by a goblin. I mean, by 1 point.
All right, so as you go to open the door almost instinctually swings inward as you realize there is a hand on the opposite side pulling it in. It's almost as if it was too easy. And Beaufort, as soon as that happens, you peek inside, and there are these goblins standing there, 2 that are along the far wall, who have bows drawn and aimed at the door, and one standing literally directly in front of you holding a scimitar already in mid-swing as your hand is reaching into the room to push it inward. So, give me a second here.
Kind of surprised I didn't do that thaumaturgy, that booyah thing.
It's a 21 to hit you,
That's a hit.
so that's going to be... It's only going to be 3 points of slashing damage. As your hand literally reaches in, he just slashes down at your arm. You see some of the chain links break out of your chainmail, and blood is immediately drawn. The goblin on the other side was actually the one assisting the door being open, so he is not going to get a surprise attack this round. But the two that are facing you directly, they both loose their arrows at you. So that's going to be a 20 and a 16. I believe the 16 misses, correct?
20 hits.
Okay. So, the one arrow, you guys see, as he opens it, Beaufort screams, "Ah, fuck," or what shit, or maybe something in Dwarven, I don't know. But, we lost Lucy. Officially. Oh, there it is.
He's back.
I'm still here.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
No problem, buddy.
I
And
just
then-
refresh just
I didn't catch anything
Yeah.
of what you said.
so I can get the camera on. Oh Jesus, worse.
All right. So, anyways, so as Beaufort swings the door and you hear him cry out in pain, and then you guys see an arrow fly over his head and clatter off of the wall behind him. The second arrow only manages to do minimum damage. That's 3 points of piercing damage as it strikes and draws blood. What? Hey, holy smokes. My wolf is here hanging out.
Oh yeah, Nightwolf
Yes,
gifted
indeed.
those.
Wow, thank you. That is awesome. Very much appreciated. I'm sorry I'm not paying attention to chat, but I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, guys, sorry I had to thank a bunch of times because we got some stuff going on in the stream. But anyways, so the arrow flies, strikes you, and then you see them immediately grab for arrows and begin to reload. Now we're going to go to the top of the round, of the actual round that was out of surprise order. The goblin in the far back of the room here, he knocks his arrow again, and he's going to fire at you. That is only a 9. So another arrow flies over Beaufort's head and chink off the wall. Ends his turn, brings us to Meepo.
Okay. Seeing like the arrows fly through, maybe Meepo's gonna like see these two goblins here, can he? Like against the wall.
He cannot see them where they're at, no.
Oh, okay. But he can see these two.
The two in the back here, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna quickly. Sorry, normally I'm prepared, but I'm quickly gonna check the range on a spell. Okay. Yeah, Snowball Swarm on this point here.
Okay.
Oh, hold on, I need to switch back to mouse. That point there.
All right, perfect. And that is a 10-foot radius, or is it a 15-foot radius?
It is from the point, so both it'll hit both.
I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
I'll post it on D2B Beyond.
There we go. Okay, so it is a 5-foot radius sphere. Okay, so that's what you're doing, I'm assuming, right there?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the 5-foot radius sphere. Sorry, that's a moonbeam technically, but I wanted to make sure that we had it, hanging out here. Okay.
Close enough.
Hey, yeah, it's cool. All right, so this is a dexterity saving throw versus 3d6 cold damage or half on it. So go ahead and make your roll. I'll throw some dexterity checks here.
Okie dokie.
Okay, I got 1 success, 1 failure.
bad 7. Oh,
7?
there it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And that's all I can do.
Okay, you want to explain
that's
to us
the-
how
that's
because
my
I know
turn.
you've not cast a snowball swarm before, so how does this actually go down? You do successfully manage to down one of them, but what is this? What does this magic look like?
I like to imagine that like in the air above them, a dragon's head appears and then like breathes down on them in that area. Just
Awesome.
ice shards flying at them.
Yeah, and as it does so, you guys, Bo, for you especially, you see this big white dragon head kind of materialize out of nothing, and as it begins to spray these big chunks of ice and snow, you see one of the goblins get clipped in the top of the head, immediately rendering it unconscious. The snow begins to then pile on it until it freezes over. The other one just seems battered and bruised. Okay, good shit, Meepo. Anything else?
That's all I can do.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to She.
She does not trust herself in combat at the moment. She doesn't want to get in the middle of it, so she's just going to ready for if she sees an enemy, she will shoot.
Okay, understood. Where are you at? You're in the back still. Okay, yeah, you're taking it through. Just wanted to make sure. All right, excellent. Ree.
Could I actually see this guy here, or that's probably an odd angle?
You don't have a clear line of sight. You're talking about the guy right here.
Yeah.
Is that who you said? Yeah. So you don't have a clear line of sight on that one, but you know that he's there because it was very obvious who cut Bofer.
I was just curious if they looked like the other like purple tumorous looking dudes. That's all. I wasn't trying to target him or anything.
I gotcha. I'll tell you what. Just give me a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah, it's tough to tell with just seeing the arm in there.
Okay. I don't. So then Rhea doesn't know what exactly is attacking, so she's just gonna fucking charge it. Fucking rage. Excuse me, Bofer. And pop it up. Ah, fuck! What's up, motherfuckers?
And now it's
Rage
clear as
up.
day. They are absolutely tumor-ridden. The big woody fruit-like tumors literally look like apples and oranges growing out of their bodies.
All right. Ree will ask this guy, "Hey, what's that on your face, asshole?" And smack him in the face with the Morning Star.
Okay.
Ugh. Would have been amazing if it hit.
Yeah, it would have been really good. Unfortunately, he does get his shield up just in time to knock the Morning Star out of the way. You did say you were raging, correct?
I am raging, yes.
Okay. All right. Any other actions?
I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to do is kind of block everybody from all these goblins from getting good shots on the rest of my team. So I'm just gonna hang out right there.
Yeah, and you are
Fatal funnel.
Yeah, you are providing serious cover right now for everybody behind you.
But probably everybody in the inside of the room too. But yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. All right, Doc.
Okay. Zach's gonna go 5, 10, 15, staying within their range. And I'm going to hit the one to the south. No, I'm gonna try to. I shouldn't be cocky.
Okay. I like that you've corrected yourself twice tonight.
Should probably start adapting that that mindset too.
Oh, 23 to hit.
It's working.
Yeah, 23 hits, and go ahead and roll with your sneak attack.
That's 14 points of damage.
Oh, fuck my goblin.
And then, so since I'm right here and I get 2 attacks, can I use my sickle on the other one since I don't have to move?
You absolutely can. Yep.
It's only a 9.
9 unfortunately does not hit, but yeah, you thrust forward with that short sword. Like, you guys come tumbling out of this room after, or behind or in front of Bofer, I should say. Goblins were not ready. They did not understand what was happening, and before they knew it, that thing was already run completely through. So yeah, well done.
Oakley dokley.
Okay, so the goblin to the north here is very confused by what is happening. but it is definitely going to attempt to swing. Actually, no, hang on. Give me 1 second.
Flip a coin.
Roll your D2.
Yeah, oh, shut the fuck up. Yeah, it's just stop with the D2 bullshit. I hate people who make dice sometimes. Okay, so seeing that two of these people have just, or two of the fellow goblins have just been cut down, this one rears up with its scimitar, and as it swings out at Ree, also calls up and over Ree into the cavern below, or below where this room is. And you hear, those of you who speak Goblin, which is Doc and Ree, you hear him say, "Aid us! Protector of the Twilight Grove, aid us!"
I think they're bad guys.
This is where we want to be. Seems like this is where we need to be.
And that is a 13 to hit. Ree, I believe that's a miss, isn't it?
13 misses, yeah.
Okay, so that is an absolute miss. Bofer.
Bofer's gonna go ahead and run in here, past Ree, right there. That no opportunity of attack, right? Or attack
Correct.
of opportunity?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
And he's gonna use a javelin, throw it at this goblin.
Okay, so you're gonna do what now?
Throw a javelin.
At who? Ah, okay, understood, thank you. Yeah, 18 definitely hits.
Good throw.
Oh,
Max
fuck.
damage.
Yeah, so the guy,
Nice.
this poor bastard was trying to recover as best as he could from all the fucking cold damage, and literally, like, as soon as he looks up and he brushes the last of the ice off, he catches this javelin in the chest, like, grips it as it's hitting him, slides through, and you see big slivers of the javelin kind of, like, puncture through his hand as it sticks him to the wall behind, and he falls silent very quickly.
Bofer's just gonna turn back from him and look at the goblin right here.
Okay. That brings us to Meepo.
Okay. So, Meeple doesn't know what's, like, he can't see the last guy, but everyone seems to be cornered here. So he'll, like, peek around the corner in the door, be like, okay. He knows he's going to attack him if he goes too far away. But he doesn't want to go in. Actually, no, there's 3 people, there's 4 people in there. He's gonna run up behind him and try and stab.
Alright.
There's 2 daggers.
Alright.
Can you-
Shinken.
Knife time.
He could go around, and he hasn't.
Oh, okay.
Because he can always pass through us. He just can't pass through enemies.
16.
16 does hit.
Okie dokie. That is max damage. 7.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
He's good with them daggers.
Alright.
Yeah.
Anything else you
I feel like you need to multi-class into that rogue already, man.
Working on. That's all. I think he can't see anyone else. He's gonna be like, finish.
Finish.
Finish him.
Flawless victory. Winner.
Fate.
Meepo.
Fatality.
Give me 1 sec.
We want.
Time to whack some weeds.
Big boy
Weed
ooh right there. Ooh.
Ah, yes. Farmer Doc.
I do have a sickle.
You do have sick, you right.
I have an axe.
Alright, so emerging from the darkness that is the cavern below you guys, you begin to see twig blights creeping up and out of the shadows. All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to reveal a little bit more of the map, and then she, feel free to do you.
This is looking promising.
All right, real quick. Sorry, I guess I said she. Go ahead and do your thing, and then I said, wait a minute, no, don't do that. Where you guys are right now, this is just to give you, since you have kind of like looked this area over in the quick combat that has happened. So this is just a description. Twigs and roots are piled on the floor of the sagging chamber. The collapsed southern wall opens into a vast cavern. Luminescent fungi grows on the rough walls and the high roof loom overhead in this twilight grove made of sickly briars, bushes, saplings, and other woody plant varieties. Ruined walls and hollow towers protrude from the briars. So you see, going south here, this is this weird, woody-looking, almost grove-like area, very overgrown with these crazy plant things, and now the twig blights are rushing you from up and underneath here. So, sorry, she.
Her party's in the room, so she's going to go in front of the entryway. I'm going to have to technically double move for that. Can I ready a bonus action? Is that possible?
You cannot ready a bonus action, no. You can only ready an action.
Okay, then I will just be here.
Understood. Okay. Ree.
Okay, Ree will spin around, and they're like, these your motherfucking protectors? Come on, get some motherfucker, yeah! And she'll beeline over to this guy over here. And she will attempt to weed whack it.
Weed whack.
Tried to do the thing you did. I don't think it worked.
13 hits.
Oh, it does. Nice. All right.
Yes.
All right. So that's going to be 9 points of Morningstar damage.
Yeah. So you go running and screaming at this thing, and as you hit it, it's just like hitting a tumbleweed. Like you hit it, and it just shatters into like 30 different pieces, and it just ceases to exist.
Fuck yeah, Gonzalo! How far was that? That was 20 feet, I think.
5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah, no, I'm hanging out.
Or 25 technically. Okay, let's see. Doc. So Doc, as you are standing where you're at, you happen to catch out of the corner of your eye Ree just fucking annihilate one of these twig blights as they are coming at her very quickly.
Okay, I'm gonna, excuse me, go up to this one and attack. And I believe I get to use that feat, because it hasn't attacked yet.
What feat?
My Assassinate. I have advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in the combat yet, and any hit you score against a creature is a crit.
These creatures have taken a turn in this combat. Their turn was to move.
Oh, fair enough, okay.
Yeah.
What says...
You said against
taking a turn, yes.
Okay, yeah. Essentially, if you get a surprise round on somebody,
then that's
and
when it
you hit
counts.
them with this, they don't have to necessarily be in melee with somebody for you to get that sneak attack
Right.
/ crit damage. The reason why they have that is they want somebody who goes the assassin path to go into stealth or hide or invisible,
sneak in.
The combat starts, and you immediately just stab somebody right off the bat and assassinate.
Okay.
But good eye.
Thank you.
15 does hit.
I will not get sneak attack. I think it rolls it anyway. It's 9 piercing.
All right. Yeah, so you lunge forward into this thing, and as you hit it, you make contact. It goes inside of its brambly body, and you slice outwards, and it almost in front of you just goes completely inanimate. Like it was like there 1 minute and then just crumbles to pieces.
Okay, and I want to throw a dagger at this one.
Fuck yeah, you can do that because you are using 2 weapons. Yep. Yes, you can.
That's a 20. Not a nat 20, but a 20.
Yeah, the 20 will hit.
4 piercing.
And that is just what you needed to kill that thing. As you finish stabbing this, you turn and you just launch your dagger. It clips this thing and it just shatters up against the wall. All right.
Damn, Doc.
Bofer. Yeah, no shit. That's what I'm saying. Fuck.
All right, 1, 2, 3, and javelin.
All right, how many of those you got?
This is gonna be. I got 2 left. I'm gonna try to get the one that was over there, so we'll see what happens.
We're fighting. Meanwhile, Bover's playing Olympics.
And he's doing well at it. Yeah, that
He's
will
doing really
hit.
well, yeah. Gold medal, Bover.
And that'll do it. So Bofer hurls the javelin, and as he does so, it clips the twig blight. And again, it's weird. It's like some sort of binding, almost like a necromancer's animation binding, just kind of ceases to exist, and this thing just.
Before we can, well, are we still in?
Nope, that is effective. Combat is effectively
Okay.
over.
Before we move forward, hold on. I want to stealth, and then I'm gonna go ahead if I do well with stealth, if I feel well hidden.
Hey, there's a door up here. I don't know if we should go down here just yet, but
Well, I want to make sure that there's nobody else down here.
that's a good idea.
So, Kevin, I'm gonna sneak down, not too far, but I just want to kind of peek ahead and make sure there's nothing else that's gonna come up on us when we're, like, going slow. So tell me if I need to stop.
Okay, sure. Give me just one moment.
Bofer's gonna wave his hand over at Meepo and She for them to come over inside.
Okay, so Doc.
I'm trying to like stick against the wall, kind of, right up against it if I can.
Yep.
sneak up.
So just to give you a description of the actual interior of what this area is, pale, spindly briars press very, very close, casting twisted shadows on the earth and the walls in violet light as the entire area is illuminated in this really sickly purple glow. You are moving effectively at a very, very slow pace. And as you have taken... So I need you to make 2 Constitution saving throws for me, please. So when I say that this area is very, very thick with these briars and these thorns, it is literally... everything is covered top to bottom. So you... you've got, why did you roll a dexterity saving throw?
Oops. Misclicked. Oh, great.
Okay, so you take 2 points of piercing damage as it takes you a lot of effort to move up and around and over these things, and you feel the thorns from the briars catching as you're moving and biting into you.
Okay, I've moved back then.
So the whole ground is filled with these briars and thorns and such, or just the walls? He said.
Nope, it is the entire ground. The ground, the walls about 30, 40 feet up, and then everything on the ground is coated in them.
When she gets back, she's gonna be pulling thorns out of her feet.
Okay,
Could-
give me 1 sec. Give me just 1 sec. I'm gonna
Yeah,
reveal
go ahead,
because
go ahead.
Candace got a little bit more visual. I'm gonna give her that.
I stopped here.
Okay, and that's what was revealed for you. Just for our reference.
I didn't see anything moving while I was down there today.
Nope, sure didn't.
Okay. Do not step in there.
Okay, I'm sorry, Kevin. Go ahead.
I don't know. Well, too much time has passed by now. I would have maybe liked to have basically like felt like this probably was the place to be for their mission. So she might have wanted to go through sprinting through, but I hesitated on that. So too much time has passed and her rage is gone.
Okay, I mean, if you would have in a blind rage, quote unquote, just started going, I'm fine with you making that move.
I mean, yeah, there's no reason I couldn't simultaneously have started to stealth and retook off at the same time.
What I would also tell you, as far as taking the damage and maintaining the rage, if you pass your Constitution saving throw, you do not take any damage. So yeah, your rage would end.
All right. So yeah, she would think that this is the place to be. So she would just kind of beeline. I hate how it gives me percentage or decimal points here, and just kind of double move as far as she can.
I would try to catch you.
How would you try to catch Ree?
This is the fucking place. I've got to be here. Come on, you motherfuckers! Well,
Okay.
Yeah, I was.
Well, Doc is
I
trying
was
to
gonna try
stealth.
to catch.
So Doc, why don't you put yourself back about here,
Okay.
or wherever you were, and we'll say for the sake of brevity, as Doc has kind of started moving, Ree literally just like starts running through the fucking brambles and the briars. Okay, so Ree, your size is technically small, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are not affected by the brambles. You are able to
Oh, nice.
dive in and or around them. Meepo, you will also not be affected by them. Anybody of medium size and small or higher will be affected by them. Okay.
But that also means I'm not taking any damage, and then my rage is going to end.
Yes, your rage does end about where you're at. You get to where you're at, and you feel the adrenaline start to wear off, and you realize you hear Doc going, "Ah, fuck, ow," and you're like, "What the fuck?" You like look down, and nothing has touched you.
Oh shit! There's thorns everywhere.
I did it wrong. I did it wrong.
Yeah, you just got to run through it, really.
Are the walls are covered in it too, or no?
Yes, everything is covered up.
I wanted to use a healing spell.
Well, you fucked up. So what are you guys gonna do?
Ree, where are you going?
Yeah, with the distance that Ree is, you are shouting it at her. Just FYI.
I don't know. I don't know. I thought there would be some more assholes down this way. It seemed like the right thing to do at the time. I kind of saw red. You know how it goes.
Do you see anything? I don't see anything.
Do I see anything?
Make a perception check.
We ain't buying shit.
No, you do not see anything. However, you do hear, like, as this is a very open and echoey cavern, you do hear your own voices echoing off of it very, very loudly. With that...
Wait, somebody's repeating what I'm saying.
I'll stop and listen. Like my ears perk.
You hear that? You hear that? Oh shit!
Okay, I need you all to roll for initiative. Here we go again.
Ah, nuts.
Yep. As stepping out of the vines and the big brambly bushes are another set of twig blights. And give me just one moment here, bear with me. Yeah, these things aren't very powerful, but they're very fucking stealthy if they're in their own terrain.
Unlike us being stealthy. Unlike me, Reed being stealthy. I ain't gonna put that on Doc.
I was gonna say there's no need when you're that strong. Alright, so everybody gonna roll in? Alright, Doc. The twig blight. So literally, you and Rhea are both standing next to these big bushes, but everything just looks alike. They're just things that are like bigger than other things. And as you're shouting back and forth, literally all of a sudden, this claw just launches out from in front of you and attempts to swipe you. That is a 6 to hit Doc. Doc, you managed to dodge out of the way, no problem. Rhea.
It's alive!
Ree, that is only a 9, so their surprise rounds are fucking nil. But you know that they're there now. Doc, it is your turn.
Well, I'm going to attempt to hit it.
Okay.
It's a 24.
Oh yeah, 24 hits.
8 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, you slash at it, and it immediately crumbles to nothing.
Got mine! Can I use my bonus action to try to hide?
If you have an ability that allows you to do that, then
Yeah.
absolutely. So what would that be? Cunning action?
Yeah, it's a 17.
Okay, give me a second. Okay, 17 is noted, thank you.
No, thank you.
feel very in the shadows. There's no doubt about that. Alright.
Mistakes were made.
Yeah. Sorry.
Why is it always us?
To be fair, you've been assaulted by technically 6 of them so far, and none of them have touched you. So
It's true. The only
and
thing
you
that's
have
hurt me is the
one-shot
brambles.
Every single one of them, yeah.
I finally know how it feels to be a cleric with the barbarian.
But to be fair, almost every time it's you that rushes into the room.
That's also
Not like you. You've done this like 3 times already.
Alright, that is a
That's fair.
20 to hit Ree, which I believe actually does hit.
It do.
Alright, so Ree, I'm gonna need
No.
you... Actually, no, disregard. So that is gonna be 4 points of piercing damage. As the Twig Blight reaches out and does manage to catch you, slice you a little bit. The one behind you is now going to attack you. And that is only going to be an 11. That does not hit. That brings us to Meepo. So now you guys up there, within your 60-foot dark vision range, you see... Well, actually, you know what? Nobody really needs dark vision here. Everything is being lit up by this really gross purple fungi. You guys do start seeing, out of these big, heavy-looking, brambly bushes, more of these blights are animating and starting to lurch towards Doc and Ree. Meepo.
But you can't see Doc very well.
Meepo can't see Doc at all. Go on.
Oh.
Where did that nice cat lady go? Well, he's gonna say that while casting like,
Fireball. Where is she? Boom!
yeah, fireball. Yep. Another Snowlock swarm falls down on Wushut. No, he's gonna cast screw it, Ray of Frost at like the Twig Blade.
Okay, which one? The one closest, I would assume.
Yeah, the closest
Perfect.
one, please.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll for me, please.
Unnatural 20.
Wow. No, it's not a natural.
He said
20.
unnatural.
Oh, unnatural. I thought I heard natural. I was like, nope, not natural. But yeah, no, that definitely fucking hits.
All right. Damage. That's the highest I've ever rolled on one of these. 5.
And yeah, you send the Ray of Frost out, and as it hits the Twig Blight, it's like it shudders for a second, freezes over, and then just shatters into a pile of sticks on the ground.
And that's all I can do.
That's enough.
Yeah, that was not bad.
No,
All
actually,
right.
he'll say, "We're not gonna open the door," and he'll point to like the one behind us.
Okay, so we're not doing this then.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we're also not getting bombarded from behind while we fight in that
It's
doorway.
fair.
Fair enough.
All right, with that being said, this Twig Blight, you see it move with ease through the brambles as Doc, its beady little, slightly green glowing eyes seem to be staring at you, even though you are positive you cannot be seen. And as it gets to you, it begins to swing at you, and that is going to be an 18 to hit.
Nope, that'll hit me.
All right, that is going to be 3 points of piercing damage as it
Ew.
strikes you. You feel this little warm pulse kind of enter your bloodstream, but you feel like it's just too weak in these creatures to really affect you. Ree, you would have felt the same thing. On that note, Ree, time to do some fucking work.
Okay. Yeah, Ree will. She'll swing at this one here. I wish the rage didn't end. And here we go. Whack. Ah,
Oh, that hits. Oh, sorry. Which one was that? The one to the north or to the what? East?
to the north. Yeah, this guy.
Yeah, fuck that dude. You hit him with the Morning Star, and he literally just dust.
All right, and then Ree, as a bonus action, because she has nimble escape, because she's a gerblin, will like to disengage
Okay, easy.
and then go this way. I guess it'd probably be right here. Yeah, right there.
Okay, understood. Yep, and you have no problem moving through the undergrowth.
Nice. That's it.
All right, that brings us to She. She, you've been standing out here just absolutely in perfect patience, focusing on how sick you're feeling, and you've heard these idiots do nothing but scream and yell and cry for mommy the whole time that they've been in here. And it got quiet for about 30 seconds, and then all of a sudden it picks up again, and you see Meepo, shouting in Draconic these incantations and shooting beams of ice.
I'm pointing towards the door at the back.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say. I also heard Meepo folk calling that door. I can watch the doors. That's something I can do. So I'm gonna go into this doorway, and I'm going to ready on this north door.
Understood. All right, Bofer.
Okay, let's see. Can I use this? Oh, yep, I can. I can't see that. I can see this one. I'm gonna try to use Toll of the Dead.
You don't have a beat on that because there is this crumbled half wall here that is hiding it 100%.
Come on in, the water's fine.
Shit, okay. Alright, I'm gonna try to move right there.
I'm sorry, say again?
I'm gonna move right here.
Okay, understood.
Can I see this guy?
Yep, sure can.
Alright, I'm gonna use Toll of the Dead.
Alright, I'm sorry, that was a wisdom saving throw, is that correct?
Correct.
Alright, give me one moment, please. It was only an 11. What's your save? Like a 13?
13.
Yeah, no, he fails. It fails. I don't know what the fuck its gender is, but
May not matter much longer.
doesn't matter for this thing, I'm sure.
Gender is dead meat.
6.
Campfire.
Yeah, so you slam the shield, and as the reverberation kind of like ripples through the ground in this little weird-looking shockwave, the brambles, you see it cut a path, hits this thing, and as it is lurching forward, attempting to grab at Rhea, as Rhea is already up and around the corner, you literally see its face just like pop and then rapidly begin to disintegrate as if it's like composting very quickly, and before you know it, it's fuel for the earth. Once more.
Fuel for future generations.
Yeah. Alright, Bofer, is that it?
After he says that, he's like, Ree, come on, let's go.
I'm coming.
Alright, Doc.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to hit it with my short sword. 14?
14 does hit.
4 piercing.
Just what you needed. You slash out at it, and yeah, you have absolutely no problem whatsoever cutting it down to size.
She's gonna, do you need us still in order?
Yeah, what are you doing?
I was gonna, try to move back.
Okay.
But she's gonna do it like a pissed off cat.
Okay. And where are you moving to? Alright, I'm going to stop you right there and take my attack of opportunity.
Okay, these assholes.
Oh, no.
X gonna give it to you.
He really was fuel for future generations, dang.
Yeah, they're back already.
Yeah, at least the cat didn't get stuck in the tree.
Yeah, right.
No, but the tree's getting stuck in the cat.
That's
Oh,
true.
that's a 21 to hit. All right. So, Doc, you can finish your move, but yes, you do take 4 points of piercing damage. As you hit this thing, it totally just pops and disintegrates in front of you. You turn to bolt, and as you do so, you feel something grab your tail and yank you back ever so slightly. You look down and you see that another one of these creatures is animated out of this bush and is coming at you.
You guys hear it go.
All right, go ahead
I
and
think I was
finish your
here.
move.
I think that's
Also,
where
for
I
anybody
stopped.
taking damage, just make sure that you update your character tokens for
Yeah,
me
I
so
did.
I can see it. All right, Meepo.
You're just gonna blast the one again.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. Before that, does that look like there's specific spots these things are coming from? Like-
It's tough to tell because you've only seen this one right in front of you actually materialize. Everything else was already up and moving by the time you saw him.
Ah, okay. In that case, yeah, he'll just blast him again with. He'll cast because it's really close. He's gonna cast. Sorry, wrong tab. Frostbite on him.
Frostbite. Okay, is that what is that? Constitution saving throw?
Yes, it is a Constitution saving.
Absolutely a fail.
Nice. D6 of damage. 1 damage.
That was the first time you guys did not one-shot one of these things.
Yeah, right.
It's the
That is
tough
a throw.
one. It's a tough one.
Yeah, you see the
He's
frost
gonna be
kinda
distracted
build
by
up,
she
but-
coming in the room.
Or maybe the cat screaming
Or
toward
the
you.
cat scream. Yeah, absolutely the cat.
Yeah, there's like
scream,
this cat wailing in the distance, like a cat in
She looks
heat
panicked.
in the middle of New York 1976 alleyway, like.
And her
all of a
eyes are, like,
sudden,
this big.
You hear this like, and she walks in. Once a beautifully green-skinned woman is now pretty much pale, and you see some pox starting to develop around her throat, and you're just like, what the fuck? But the frostbite does take at least a little bit of effect, and the good thing is, I believe this thing has what, disadvantage on its next physical attack roll, right?
That's
Awesome. Okay, anything else, Meepo?
yeah. And next weapon attack roll.
Understood.
That's all I can do.
Okay. Alright, so the Twig Blight,
Oh no.
to be fair, this is the first time I've gotten to move them without them being stealthed and moving, so let me have mine, okay?
Just don't take mine.
I'm gonna take it.
Yeah, it does have disadvantage. So
That's true.
So the Twig Blight that,
Oh, that's a different
that
one.
reached at you is going to... oh yeah, it's the other one in the back. And that is a 15? I think that misses. I think
It
just
does.
missed. Yeah, okay. So you feel it. You feel it again. Like, you feel the phantom claws as it grabs at your tail again, and you look back and literally all the hair is...
She's butt running at mist.
You're welcome, Doc. You're welcome.
Alright, that brings us to Ree.
All right, Ree is hearing all like the yowls coming from over that direction.
Hey,
So-
actually, you know what? I'm sorry. We're gonna need to retroactively back this ass up. Doc, you were moving at half movement because you are a larger than medium creature through here.
Can I use my
Oh, your cat movement.
my cat movement thingy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yep. So we'll say that you
I marked
where
it.
you are through that, and then because you move, I need you to make 2 Constitution saving throws as well. As
Oh
you do
no. That's a 12.
Okay, 12, no problem. And a 9,
That's a
so
9.
you take 1 point of piercing damage. You just snag yourself on one of them. I apologize. I keep thinking everybody's small people, but she's fucking gigantic. So
What?
Huge.
I mean, I'm only
That's
7
big.
foot 4.
Okay. Yes.
Only.
Ree.
Doc is big.
All right, so yeah, Ree will reacting to the yowling, kind of run over this. Like, hey, what the fuck is going on? Oh god damn it! Not another one! And whack at this one right here.
Okay.
Fuck.
No, 7 actually does not. That's the first time you guys have actually missed one of these things.
I know.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
the boss.
Ree gets really, really excited and just misses, just by that little bit.
More out of like surprise to see another one right there. Like ah fuck.
Yeah, and that's funny too because then you realize
we-
there's one in the bushes behind you.
One.
All right, she.
I'm gonna. Can I see this one from where I'm at? That one.
Yeah, you can see it. Barely, but you can see it.
Okay. I'm gonna step forward a little bit, and I'm going to, with fevered, shaking arms, raise my bow and try and, declare it prey and then shoot it.
Okay. I'm not even gonna put the token on it because if you hit it, I know it's dead. So, but we know it's been marked.
There's a whole bunch of extra dice that get rolled in with that too. As a crit, is it not gonna come through? I'm gonna do very bad if it doesn't come through.
Fatality.
There it is. All right, yeah, that's a nat 20. We don't
Nat
need to roll
plus
shit.
Player stuff.
This thing was already hit once, so it has 3 hit points left. Okay, so you fucking obliterated that one. Like, as it starts to reach out towards you, Bofer, all of a sudden there is this loud whistling sound, like this audible,
There it is.
and then poof, this shatter. You feel something spray against your neck. It actually hurts a little bit, and you look behind you, and the thing that was reaching at you is just gone. Anything
Hallelujah.
else?
No, I'm pretty fucking happy with that.
That was a good fucking shot. All right, Bofer.
Bofer's gonna look at She and do an appreciative head nod, and then jump over Ree and do an attack with the axe, trying to hit it.
I'm sorry, you said you're going to jump over Ree?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. I mean, what is your strength?
+2, so 14.
14? Yeah, I mean, technically you can jump 5 feet, and I can't do anything about that, so... Not that I would want to, that's pretty fucking badass.
And attack.
Yeah, and make your attack, because your standing long jump with the 14 strength is like 15 feet, so that's no issue. Oh, you know what though? You are encumbered.
Oh yeah.
You are encumbered.
And the
so
brambles,
you
right?
cannot do that. Yeah, if he was gonna jump, the brambles wouldn't have really had any issue, but you can't jump if you're encumbered, so.
Really?
Yep. Not
Okay,
that far,
then-
anyways.
Okay, then I'll just move right here
Okay, that's easy.
and attack.
Gotcha.
Just
Yeah.
imagine you try to like jump and then like you didn't get up high enough and you got like hit in the face with your balls or something.
Toss me. Toss me.
That would be terrible, but imagine the axe hitting you. Actually, the balls would be worse. Oh, another nat 20, what the fuck? Man, fuck you guys. Leave my twin lights alone.
How do I roll that?
Just,
Yeah, how do I do
just
that?
roll
Roll
your
it.
damage.
Yeah, roll
and
it will help.
then, yeah, we'll just double the die that it rolls. Because if you highlight the number that you roll, so like here, it
8.
says 1d8 plus 2, so you rolled 4, or you rolled a 2, plus the 2 was the 4. The 2 is what gets doubled, because that's what
Right.
you rolled. So it's actually a 6.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
6, okay.
4 plus 2.
Yep, double the dice, not the modifier. But either way, yeah, you sidestep and swing at it, and as soon as you hit it, there's like this audible poof sound as it turns into a pile of sticks. And now we will effectively call combat over.
All right, Ree. Let's not run too far. We have to help
Sorry.
the people.
Sorry. I got all excited. I thought there was some more protectors of the
Is this-
fucking woods in there, and I wanted to murder them all.
Well,
So
Yeah.
we kind of did.
I need 2 Constitution saving throws from Bofer and 1 from Doc if you're moving back into this room, Doc.
Okay. Yeah, she
Before,
would have kept running.
Look, as soon as the combat, before I was like, Doc, can you? And she's sounding like she's trying to keep her voice as steady as possible, but she'd asked if you could look for her arrow.
Bofer, you're going to take 2 points of piercing damage, and Doc, you're fine.
Can I see her arrow from here?
Give me a
as-
perception check. Sorry, Lucy, give me 1 sec, buddy.
It's in 13.
You have no fucking idea where it went. There's so much undergrowth here and overgrowth that it is really hard to see where it is. Unless
She's
you
also still
walk
kind of
where
like
it flew.
freaking out.
Yeah, and when, by the way, just so everyone's clear, when Doc comes out of this grove, this twilight grove, as it were, she is bleeding profusely. Literally, there are these huge gaping wounds the size of like pencils all over her lower extremities, and there's a visible blood trail.
Damn, you guys are all looking pretty fucked up.
I want to
All
step
right.
forward and do my instinct cast on her.
Aww.
Okay.
As
Yes, Lucy.
sorry,
Go ahead.
as they were stepping out of the wood, before back the store.
Lucy, you cut out really bad. I missed about a quarter of what you said.
We heard before we came out, and then something about the door.
I think he was talking
Okay.
about just.
Meepo sees the condition they're in. He's gonna look back at the door.
We lost.
You gonna look back at the door and what?
Yeah, we looked back at the door. Don't leave us hanging. We
Look at the
lost
back of the door and
rest of it.
what?
Okay.
Type it in. If you can, type it in chat. Lucy, sorry, buddy. I have no idea what you're saying. You're cutting out really bad. So type it in. If you can hear me, type it in Roll20 chat so I can see what you're wanting to do. We heard that
Yeah,
you wanted to
I
do
did.
something with the door. Oh, there he goes. Okay, now we can see it.
He disappeared.
His
Oh,
camera
never mind,
turned
there
off
he
a
is.
long time ago.
All right, while that's happening, so she and you guys now being in this room, you all see she kind of like place her hands like almost like she is a flautist grabbing onto the keys of a flute and getting ready to play. She instinctually starts to plug her fingers into all of these open pencil-sized wounds on Doc's lower extremities, and you see her eyes ever so slightly glisten over as she coughs into her elbow because she's very conscientious of others getting sick. And then there is this light, very light green and white glow that emanates from her fingertips inside of these wounds. And as she pulls her fingers away, you see a bunch of these wounds start to close up. Not completely, but a little bit. And
I'm
then
gonna
she looks
add
around
one.
as if nothing
I'm gonna
ever
add
happened. Oh, sorry,
one
go ahead.
thing to that,
Yes,
and
please.
she's going to mutter, almost not even realizing what she's saying. Your hunt is not over.
And was that in common?
Sure.
Okay, fair enough. And even better, you guys hear your hunt is not over, and that is what triggers the magic. Or is it magic? Is it just instinct? Okay, I'm done.
Oh yeah.
As she touches Doc's wounds, Doc's fur will like stand up pretty much all over, and then there's a visual like piece that comes over her as the heal takes place.
And then I'm going to lean ever so slightly against this door frame while trying to make it look like I'm not leaning against the door frame.
Do you have to roll that heal, or
Yeah, you gave him 5.
You got 5.
It's in chat.
thank you? Oh, there's.
So as that is happening, you guys see Meepo point back at the door and say, "No."
Oh yeah, let's go check this fucking door out. Is it locked?
While this is going on, Beaufort's gonna try to get this javelin out of him, out of the goblin.
Give me 1 second, Beaufort, on that javelin. To
And-
answer your question, Kevin, yes, the door is locked, and the lock structure and design are almost identical to the one that you saw in the hallway just up to
I
that.
thought it might be.
You do recover your javelin, Beaufort.
Awesome. And I'm gonna look and see if there's any keys in with this guy.
Do I see my knife over here?
Give me 1 second. Unfortunately, so you do find your knife, but when you threw it, the blade chipped about 3/4 of an inch upwards into the into where the point is, and you know damn well that if you strike with this thing one more time, it will break completely unless unless it gets fixed first.
Does it look like I could use it to pick a lock?
You can pick a lock with anything you want to in the world of Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay, so I'll hang on to it for that. I'll come over to I'll go over to she and I'll say thank you, and I'm sorry I couldn't find your arrow.
It's going to take her a moment to really, like, even hear what you're saying, but then she'll kind of like brush it off, which is more casual than I think she's been this entire time.
I'll try to. You want me to try to pick the lock? Are we ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use guidance on you.
I'm gonna use my broken ass dagger. Assuming that. So I guess is my lockpick kit screwed? Like
You roll with disadvantage.
for my lockpick kit or with the dagger?
With your thieves' tools, because you only have one good pick. The other one busted. They come in a set of 2 because you only have 2 hands, right?
So if I use the dagger as the other one, do I still have to do disadvantage?
You roll with disadvantage because
Okay.
it's not a lockpick.
And guidance.
Yeah, plus a D4.
First one was nice.
Yeah. So
Uh,
a 17.
I think that's what you rolled last time.
well, no, because it's thieves' tools, so you still get your thieves'
Nice.
tools. but
Oh
also
right.
you
So
add
then it's
4.
a 21.
So, you put the one good pick in there, and as Beaufort blesses you with this guidance, your own eyes kind of go into this weird ultravision thing where you start to see like heat signatures inside the lock, and as you manipulate the tumblers with the good pick, you jam the dagger in there and you literally retch up and hold the tumblers that have already been held in place open, and there's an audible click and the door shutters open ever so slightly. The dagger is no longer usable.
Is it still usable with my kit?
No. That's
Okay,
what I'm
just
saying.
not at all?
But yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Like as you put the dagger in there, it click, it busts off. The dagger is no longer usable, and it has permanently jammed that lock open. But the door pops open.
Got it. She's gonna just leave the dagger in it. Okay.
That was a good fucking roll, by the way.
That's an
Yeah,
end
good
win for me,
job.
I think.
Good
Thank you
job.
for that guidance.
You're the one that
Okay.
did it.
Do you want me to try to be sneaky before we go in?
Sure.
Stealth roll of 15.
It's not bad. Okay, noted. And then you're gonna open the door.
You know,
Yeah.
okay.
All right, so you pop the door open. So let me give you a little description of what you all got going on here.
There better be water or
It was
treasure.
a lot more lackluster a looking room than I thought it would be.
You know, if it was me making these maps, they'd look fucking beautiful. But you know, I just take the module as is. Okay, so
I have a bad feeling about this room.
Yeah, no.
there is a layer of soil that covers the floor in this room. Rough wooden shelves filled with a scattering of tomes and scrolls line the north and east walls, and a rough-hewn desk stands in the center of the chamber. Fungus on the ceilings provides light, apparently in sufficient quantity to nourish several small bushes and pale saplings that grow in the soil, though much smaller than any of you have seen thus far.
Anything in there?
I stabbed one of the bushes. No, don't do that, actually. I'm joking. I'm joking.
As I
It looks like books and plants.
Okay. I'll guess.
Look, I want to look for traps. I'm
Yeah.
gonna like put my arms out to stop anybody from going past me, but I want to look for traps.
Okay, understood. Go ahead and give me a perception check, please.
Does the guidance still up or no?
No, it only lasts
11.
No,
once.
it doesn't.
Anyways, so
Okay. Yeah, I got an 11.
in 11, yeah. So it is. It looks great in here. I mean, it doesn't appear that anything is trapped. This honestly, to you, as far as your, because you're a pretty decently wisdomy character, right? Is that right?
Yep. Oh yeah, 14.
So this looks like it's somebody's study.
Okay, I'll step in and kind of motion for people to follow.
Same.
Just for clarification's sake, just because it's somebody's study does not necessarily mean that it's trapped. But it does not look like it is overtly hiding some, crazy chest of glory on a golden pedestal that would have a treasure.
Right. Which
I'm
it
gonna
does.
I'm
Shit's
gonna
a
ask
zip
everyone to
broke my
come
shit.
inside. Like I'm gonna wave like next to the door.
Oh, I am so not going into that room, but already with an arrow.
The room's really small. I'm gonna need you to come inside because I'm gonna have to do something in a minute.
Okay.
Not gonna hug another fire snake, are you?
No. So I have a really bad feeling about this room, so I'm gonna cast what is that spell called? Detect magic as a ritual spell.
So you're going to sit here for 10 minutes and cast your ritual? Just so I'm understanding correctly.
If she comes inside, yes.
This seems fundamentally unwise. If you truly want to, I'll go in, but I don't love the idea of sitting here for 10 minutes when we've already been swarmed by these fuckers.
Yeah, we only got 2 doors to worry about.
The
I
other
also
door is
have
locked.
I also have to heal y'all, so it's gonna.
Got that point too.
Can I stand in the... Oh, are you wanting to close it then? Wanting to lock us in here?
Well, we can't lock it again, but we can close the door and keep an eye on that one. The other one is locked, so we'll know if they're coming.
Yeah,
It's
so
fine. It's probably fine.
what I plan on, it's gonna take us about 20 minutes. Or hold on. 20 minutes.
Uh-oh, we're losing people.
It seems like a very bad idea to be sitting here and waiting for 20 minutes.
Well, if he's gonna heal, then it's a good idea because we still have more to face.
To be fair, nobody said anything about healing. He said he was going to cast Detect Magic.
No, he said he was gonna heal.
Yeah,
he said I
and
had to heal
healing
y'all
too.
too.
Oh, understood. Okay.
Ree's gonna start poking through the scrolls.
He's gonna be very careful not to touch the plants.
Alright, I'm gonna start casting my magic.
Okay. So you begin. Which ritual are you starting first, please?
I'll go ahead and do healing first.
Okay, and what is
Meepo is
the...
okay. Meepo will watch it. We'll watch outside.
Okay, so Meepo's hanging out outside. You guys close the doors.
Yeah.
And everybody else... so you... Beaufort, you begin your ritual. You begin laying out... give me 1 second here.
Meepo, come back in here. I need to see you.
Okay.
So Beaufort's gonna start putting down runes. And he's gonna cross his legs and start sitting on the floor.
Okay, and as you do so, the whole room almost immediately gets 15 degrees hotter as this spectral forge manifests in front of Beaufort, and he begins using this little, very, very tiny, almost jeweler's hammer to punch these runes into a very specific order as he begins this ritual process. So, on that note, we had Ree. You were going to start poking through the scrolls, is that right? The scrolls and the tomes and stuff?
Yeah, I'm just poking through the hole. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at.
Fair enough. Go ahead and give me a perception check, please.
And I want to inspect the plants and not touch them. I want to see if I know what they are.
Okay, give me a survival check, Candace.
I would like to medicine check myself if possible. See if it's getting worse.
Okay. So we're gonna start with yes, go ahead and give me a medicine check. Cat.
Disadvantage again?
Yes. No, not if you're just using it on yourself. So just straight roll, please.
I am going to try and be as discreet as possible about it.
Easy enough. I mean, you're just looking yourself over.
Fuck yeah.
That's very good. Okay, so we're gonna start with Ree. Ree, you have no fucking idea what any of this trash is. None of it is even written in common, and none of it is written in goblin or dwarven, so you're not entirely sure like what the hell any of it is. But it's weird, for sure. You do, however, you come across one book, and the front of the book has writing in it that looks a lot like what was on the 2 fountains upstairs. but you have no fucking idea what it says or anything else. But it is bound in like a stained red leather, and the clasp on it appears to be like a dragon's head that is locking or holding it closed. It's not actually locked.
So I imagine Ree kind of going through the shelves, kind of like Yoda going through Luke's shit, just kind of like tossing shit over her shoulder, like, "Boring. Where are the fucking pictures? This is stupid, dumb, bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Ooh, this looks interesting. It's like a nice picture on it." And she'll just kind of like toss it onto the table, and then just be like, "Yeah, just keep on." She's looking for random shit.
Perfect. Candace, you think that these plants and saplings in here are some sort of crazy crossbreed plant. You can only tell because the root structure, as you dig down into the soil a little bit, is way different than the actual like upper structure. They're very, very woody, very knotty, and very gnarled and twisted. And they're also very pale, like almost ashy white, or almost like a birch white, but more grayed out. But you have no fucking clue what these things are. Cat, your illness is progressing, but very slowly. With the nat 20, I will give you this. You have definitely been infected with filth fever, which is the same exact disease that a gut hash would normally carry and bite. That is the giant queen rats. It's what they would bite. This is definitely 100% what Beaufort was inflicted with. And you also know with that with that medicine check, that you will not be able to heal yourself in any way, shape, or form naturally until this thing is cured, except through magical means.
Okay, so I'm assuming I can just add the knowledge we had from Beaufort shit.
Absolutely.
Since I know what to say.
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. I will
and
not
there's a
share
great
that.
roll.
I'm just gonna kind of tug the outer layers a little more
As you
forward.
realize like your own fever and the pox and the pustules that are starting to form, you're like, oh fuck, those goblins were more than likely whatever the hell it was, they were infected with fucking filth fever, and that's what I got. Great. Okay. Okay, so this all happens in the course of a couple minutes. Ree tosses the book onto the table. Meepo, you sitting in the chair like a champ, you see Ree toss this big leather-bound tome with a dragon head, this golden dragon head clasp on it. It's been stained in red, and there is something written on it in Draconic.
Okay, so I'd like to point out that before Ree tossed the book over, Meepo was kind of sitting in the table, kind of like a child with just his legs swinging off the ground.
I love it.
When she
Uh-oh.
did toss the book, he almost like fell back.
Lucy, we are losing you bad, buddy. We're losing about 75%
And I
of
was
what
gonna
you're
like,
saying.
I'm gonna check out the book.
I heard that. Okay. So the book is written in Draconic, Treasures of the Fire Lords. Are you going to investigate it further than the title?
Is that it? Yeah, because it's a cool
Might want to type it.
name, and Meepo definitely wants to check it out now.
Okay, so you want to check it out. Okay, so Meepo pops the cover open, and it makes this absolutely gorgeous ring, like just precious metal being unclasped. And Meepo starts flipping through the pages. Gets to the third page as he's rapidly firing through it and looking at the table of contents and who wrote it, and then gets to this one page, where there is literally this bright flash of blue energy. I need everybody in the room to make a dexterity saving throw. And that includes you as well, Boo Boo.
Oh boy. Oh no. Oh, I didn't do a saving throw. That's my bad.
Yeah, you did initiative.
Oh, I didn't do a dex saving throw
It's
either,
still
but I
a
think
plus
it's the
3,
same.
so it counts. Yeah.
All right, so as you flip it open to the fourth page, as you're rapidly going through it, trying to find something interesting, something that's maybe got a little bit of a pictograph here. We've got Candace, who rolled a saving throw of 17. Boo Boo, who rolled an 18. Lucy, I rolled the wrong thing, so it's either a 13 or a 22. Well, what the fuck is it?
It should be a 22 for Cat, and then Lucy's. He said it's the same bonus, so it would still be a 7. He rolled initiative instead of dexterity save.
Why is Cat's a 22? She rolled a 9.
I rolled an 11 when I did straight
Should you
dex
check
initially,
first?
which if you did my dex save and throw, it would be a 13. If you took the actual dex roll, it would be a 22.
Gotcha. I'm
good
sorry.
with either.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I'm reading out of order here because we just had a couple of goofy rolls. So I just wanted to make sure that I understood it right. So yeah, we're going to take the 13. The 19 for Ree is excellent. And then the Lucy was... Oh, it's the same exact thing for Lucy regardless. Yeah. Okay, so... Everybody succeeded at this dexterity saving throw except for Meepo. Meepo, you take 21 points of cold damage, and everybody else takes 10 points of cold damage. As a glyph of warding, you hear this audible as this ice shard explodes outward from the book, catching everybody in the room pretty much by surprise. Essentially the equivalent of a fireball detonating out of this book. One thing to note is that, yes, Meepo goes down, Doc goes down. Beaufort, your spell, I need you to make a concentration check for me, please. And that is going to be... Hang on one second, buddy. Yeah, I know it's a Constitution saving throw. I just need to see what it's going to actually be at, though. It's going to be at a DC 10, please.
For me?
Yeah,
Yep.
Constitution saving throw.
Perfect. You manage to maintain your spell as everybody in the room is dying around you. So the ice shards literally just cycle around the room. As the ice dies down, it has affected only you guys. It has hurt nothing else in this room, just for clarification. Also, Doc goes down, Meepo goes down. What do you do? Obviously, Beaufort's in the middle of casting a ritual, so Ree and she.
I'm going for Doc's med kit to stabilize her.
That's my
Run over to Meepo.
Okay, perfect. So Doc, you back up here. She. You get over to Doc. Nope. Oops, sorry. I accidentally moved you like a dick. You grab the medicine kit, no problem, the healer's kit, and you use the last charge. You find just enough gauze and ointment to stop her from bleeding out. So we will call Doc at stable. Ree, you turn and dodge for Meepo, who has been blasted backwards out of his chair with a big ice shard in his chest.
Yeah, Ree will... she has also a medicine kit, our healer's kit. She'll use a charge to basically yank the shard out of his chest and just kind of stuff it with, I don't know, gauze.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, logic in D&D is a little bit goofy sometimes, but
yeah.
Okay,
plastic
enough,
wrap
though.
and tape.
So you both use a charge, the last one. So just make sure you mark the charges off.
I have none left. That was my
Doc.
last.
And yeah, you guys they're both stabilized. You get them back to the point with a little bit of CPR. You get them to the point where they are breathing on their own, though just fucking barely. And Beaufort, you guys look over at him. He is still casting his spell, his ritual. His eyes now have 2 fiery pinpricks where his pupils should be. He's got an ice shard that has caught him in the mouth and pierced his jaw, and he is not flinching.
Fuck yeah, Beaufort.
It's metal is fine.
Do you mind
Just
if
chewing on an ice shard in your cheek.
Definitely, like a movie theater ice cube. Do you want me to go ahead and throw the dice for it?
Nope, you still got a few minutes before that's going on, man.
All right. While it's going on, I'm gonna ask.
Nope, don't
Don't
blow your
touch-
spell. No, don't blow your spell. It's got somatic components. Don't ruin your spell.
Yeah, you can't
Oh,
talk.
Don't
You just
ruin
have to
your spell.
concentrate-
That would be
concentrate on your spell.
no good. I'm gonna save you there. I will DM save you. When your ritual's finished, then you talk. Because if you stop your incantations, the spell goes poof.
oh, I see. It's verbal. Okay.
Yeah. Verbal, somatic, and material, I believe.
It's verbal, I believe. That's it. Yeah. Yep. I'll just be quiet.
Okay, so, she and Ree, you got two people here barely on death's door. Are you two doing anything else at this point besides maintaining them?
Just making sure all of Meepo's inside stay inside for the most part, and just wait for that healing spell to pop.
Yep. I'm gonna kind of finish with Doc. I'm breathing far heavier than I should be at that point. I'll look up at Ray with kind of wide eyes, and then I'm going to very, very slowly and deliberately turn and put my back to the wall and slide down to a sitting position because I am not doing well.
Understood. Let me ask you this, Beaufort, what is the distance on your spell? Is it 30-foot radius or 60?
30-foot radius.
30? Okay, just want to make sure that everyone was going to be in it, because otherwise I know damn well you would have told them, get your ass in this circle. Okay.
Yeah.
So, the ritual comes to a conclusion as Beaufort slams down on the anvil one more time, and this wave of white and light blue energy ripples out from the anvil, healing everybody in the room for 17 points. Holy
Damn.
fuck. Really?
Yep.
Whoa.
Oh, you Oh, no, you almost maxed. Wait, why is it 7 plus? Oh, because you rolled 2d8. Fuck, dude. That was a good roll.
Holy crap.
Pretty fucking good.
Wow. I can honestly say, in all of the years I've played 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons, I have not seen an actual prayer of healing impact and benefit a party better than what just happened right now.
Yeah, that was very
Not
good.
kidding about
Amazing.
that. That's
Yeah.
fucking awesome, dude. Well done.
When I'm done with it, I'm going to look up and I'm going to cast, what is it called? Guidance, and try to see if everyone's okay. Or what everyone's at right now.
Okay, go ahead and give me a medicine check with your guidance. Yep. So you finish your spell, boom! Meepo literally, as Ree, you're looking down at him, and every wound on his poor little reptilian body seals shut 100%. Doc sits straight up with this huge, like, open throat wound that she has just sealing back. You see the flesh literally, like, re-knitting itself back up. So that's gonna be, what, an 18? So she and Meepo are absolutely unscathed at this point. Doc is just got a tiny scratch on her. Ree is still a little bit injured, but she's a tough broad, so, she's usually injured anyways. And then obviously you know what you're at. Also, does that heal you or no?
It does heal
you,
me.
right? Yeah, so you're doing pretty fucking good yourself.
Make sure you guys update your icons in the thing.
I'm going to go ahead and ask if anyone still has one of those potions we have left.
I have a bottle of oil.
I don't think you want to drink that.
Castor oil, shit your pants in combat, kids.
I was thinking maybe we could just burn this whole motherfucker down, right?
So yeah,
Got some oil.
Doc.
Fucking toss a torch into that fucking bramble pit over there. Fucking fry this bastard to the ground, man.
That's so everyone's looking a lot better now.
I think I do have a potion of healing, yes.
Who did you say that still was a little hurt?
Me and Ree, I think.
But
Okay.
Doc does not look very hurt.
No.
Compared to the two,
I'm
just
okay.
for your reference, Beaufort, Ree looks way worse. But you actually, Beaufort, Ree looks the worse than Beaufort than Doc.
Okay. So let's not try to touch anything else in here. That
And the
was not
book,
a
by the
good...
way, is still wide open on the table. And as that had all happened, there was this sigil that materialized across the page and then like burnt away as the ice blew out of it. So it has burnt its charge.
Who fucking traps
I
a
don't.
book, man?
Can I see the worth of it if I can?
Nerds.
Fucking
Sure.
nerds.
Go ahead and give me a history check, please. $17. You start to flip through the pages. After page 4, the book is completely fucking empty. So you think this is trash.
Ah, dicks.
Just gonna toss it at the wall.
And as it hits the wall, a scroll shifts out of the bookshelf and literally falls onto the ground. And as it rolls to a close, you can see that there is a sigil on the front of it, Bofer. And the sigil is very familiar to you, as it is the sigil that dwarves use for the spell Protection Against Poison.
Protection against poison. I'm gonna pick it up, look at it real quick.
So you open the scroll, and as you do so, I need everyone to make a dexterity. No, I'm just fucking with you guys.
Oh, you are...
You, man.
It's a scroll of protection against poison.
Does Beaufort know that she's been poisoned?
I think I said something about it
I
last
think-
session.
You
I think-
mentioned it.
Yeah, because I believe I said that she has the same thing Beaufort had.
Um,
And I'm still really
He's-
pale and fevery, right?
he's gonna walk
Yeah.
up to her and hand it to her.
Okay. Yeah. You read the scroll. I mean, you can both read the scroll as you both understand this level of divine magic. It is a scroll of protection against poison. Now, in every scroll, there is also instructions for use, and what this tells you is that upon completion of the incantation and the aforementioned sigils that you must trace in the air, a creature whom you touch, if it is poisoned, is immediately neutralized of said poison. If there are more than one poison effects that afflict said target, a random poison will be cured from said target. For the duration, which is 1 hour, the target will have a resistance to being poisoned further.
Oh, actually, could I, if you don't mind, could I read it and then ask if I can, like, touch her so I can, like, relieve the poison?
With my medicine check from before, does False Fever count as a poison, or is that more of a disease? Is there a distinction in this edition, even?
No, there is a very clear distinction, and you are 100% diseased. There, you are not poisoned.
And then when I see the scroll, I'm just gonna kind of, with very fevered eyes, I'm just gonna kind of look at him like he's fucking insane.
What? I thought you would want this.
I mean, if it would, she's gonna realize she started to speak in Orcish out of habit, consciously switch to Dwarven. I mean, if it would help at all, maybe, but this won't.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Well, Doc, here.
And then
I'll
she's gonna
take the
catch herself
scroll.
and
She
say,
just takes it and pockets it.
I appreciate the
Hey, the scroll of
sentiment, though,
protection against poison kills.
misguided as it is.
No worries. All right. Everyone's feeling all right? I'll take that as a yes. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Meepo, give me a perception check, please.
Oakley dokley.
Meepo, how tall are you? You're like 2 foot.
3 foot.
3 foot. I'm sorry. Make that with advantage, please.
Okie dokie. Well,
Okay. So as you sit back up from your near-death experience at full health again, it's like the last thing you remember, you were looking at the pages, and then there was this big bright blue light, and then you woke back up and you were totally fine, and you don't know what the fuck happened. But you were definitely on the floor when you woke up. But as you begin to sit up and look around, and Bofer is talking to She, and Rhea is kind of standing over you, you glance underneath and you realize that there is a tiny cubby built into the underneath section of this desk that is directly in front of you.
Meepo will well, now that the trap, like, he doesn't exactly understand what's going on, so he doesn't know what happened. He just thinks he fell asleep. So he's just gonna open the cubby.
So yeah, Meepo, you see Meepo kind of sit up as the others are having this conversation, and Meepo kind of like glances under the table, reaches in, and like yanks, and this little drawer, this little like cubby, like 2 feet deep, just like rolls out, and inside, Meepo, you find.
Rhea instinctively flinches.
Understandably so. You find inside there is another tome. This one is written in common on the front of it, and it says Druidic Theories on the Cycle of Life and Death, and it's bound in leather and preserved leaves, like mummified leaves. There is also a scroll in here that is bound. It looks like it's made out of some sort of pressed leaf, and there is a sigil on the front which you don't really understand, Meepo, at least from the exterior. And you also find a small, actually I shouldn't say small, it's a pretty decent, like half a flour sack that looks like it's got something very, very heavy in it, and it's tied off with sinew.
Okay, so Meepo will like grab as many of it as
Oh no.
he can, and then just toss it on the table.
Okay, yeah, it's easy enough to do so. When you pull the pouch or the sack out, it's fucking heavy. It takes like every ounce of your strength to yank this thing out of there, but you do manage to get it out.
I'll help Meepo a little bit with pulling it out there. Yeah.
As you do so, Ree, you immediately feel this thing is packed full of fucking coins, metallic coins. They are clanging and chinking on the inside of this, on the inside of the sack.
Oh damn!
So you guys see Meepo just like spilling treasure out onto this table from some goofy little cubby hole underneath.
Are you feeling alright, Meepo? You almost died there.
Meepo, it looks absolutely 100% unscathed, just so everyone's clear.
Meepo feel fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how to break it to you, buddy, but you were just dead a minute ago.
Yeah, you kind of got a point blank range full of just ice in your face.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, like
He's
you
gonna
did
look
one end
at
out the other. It was fucking brutal.
Yeah, it kind of went through your throat. That didn't look too good.
Meepo, you don't. These guys are fucking. They're joshing you. You have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah.
This is a huge elaborate joke they're playing on you. There's no way that ice could affect you that way. Come on.
Yeah. He's gonna like feel his body anyway and be like, maybe you fell asleep.
I was doing booyah on you.
Oh yeah, make you see things.
Booyah does make me see things.
Yeah, that's true. It does.
Meepo fine.
Fuck, maybe I am going crazy.
He's gonna open the scroll.
Okay, so yeah, as you break the seal on the scroll, you roll it open, you read through it. It's really hard to understand it because this is not a magical form of, or this is not a form of the quote unquote magical language you're familiar with, but you can at least make out the basics. This is a scroll of entangle.
Yeah, he'll like put that aside because he's not interested in it, and then he's gonna open the book.
So the book, it just goes through all sorts of weird, I mean, it is the druidic theory on the cycle of life and death. It's like somebody wrote a thesis, and this was the thesis title, and congratulations, Master Druid, you are now a master's in druidism. It's
Boring.
It's very fucking boring. However, with its rarity, it looks like it could probably fetch a pretty penny.
Meepo, what you reading there?
So that's like the fact that it could be valuable is about the only thing he'll understand, and he'll be like, and the coins, and
Oh no.
Oh yeah, we didn't hear you there,
Yeah,
brother.
we lost you a lot there, buddy.
He's typing.
Okay, was there anything else besides the coins, book, and the scroll? Nope, just the big sack of coins, the scroll, and the book. And there's a lot of fucking coins. It's literally, it's like a half of a full flour sack full of heavy metallic objects.
I don't really imagine Ryu would be able to count that out at all.
You could if
It's
you
not
want to
great
pop
at
it
numbers.
open. Oh, that's a pretty good point.
Looks like there's about
Nico's
a billion coins in here.
That's a lot of coins.
Cool.
No, we can grab those on the way back.
It's cheap.
Lucy, I'm only catching little. I'm like every 10th syllable you're saying.
Okay, so I don't know if it's working now, but basically, Meeple will just look really uninterested, and like wander off to another part of the room.
Okay, so Meepo completely loses interest. Nobody's opened the coins yet, and Meepo just is like, man, fuck this shit, and just walks away.
Bofer's gonna pick up the book.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a history check, Bofer.
May I use? No, I'm no.
You cannot use your dwarven
No.
stone cunning. No.
I was gonna use guidance.
Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, fuck it, I'll let you use guidance. Yeah, go ahead. It's a fucking skill check. Bofer would do it. You pray to your god all the time. Go ahead. 9, tell him 12. Yeah, man. You look at this thing, you have no idea what the fuck the druid who wrote this thesis is talking about, but based on the materials that were involved in writing this and its apparent age, if you were to sell this to a very specific and particular party who would be interested in something like this, say a historian, you could easily fetch between 100 and 150 gold for it.
I'm gonna call it Crazy Druid Book.
Done deal. Just make a note on it that says between 100 and 150 gold. I'll know what that means, because I'm also taking a note. All right. Anybody else?
Oh, I would talk to Doc and say, man, you should read this. This druid sounds crazy. Oh, also, there's the scroll here if either of y'all want it.
Yeah, and anybody who understands the magic as a language, you know, if you can cast spells, you can read it. It's a scroll of entangle.
Yeah, I can't. They keep handing me scrolls, but I just keep pocketing them.
No. She, can you use this? Or I would point at the ranger. Can you use this one?
I'm gonna hold out a hand for it without getting up.
I would walk over.
Yeah, so you hand it to her. You can read it, but this is not something that instinctively comes to you. This is more druidic magic. But you could technically read these words and invoke its effect, though it might not work.
I mean, I don't do magic, so no, but I could read it.
That was the best explanation.
Oh, I see. Well, I mean,
Somebody better comment.
we could always sell it if we ever need something else, so.
Okay, good.
So noticing that the coins have been somewhat abandoned
There's the thief. Sorry.
and being a rogue, thank you. I'm gonna go unabandon those coins and count them.
Unabandoned coins.
I'm not stealing them. They're abandoned.
Just
I-
unabandoning them.
I like
Yeah.
how Doc's taking the coins and I'm like collecting all the books.
And handing me scrolls I can't use.
So
Exactly.
Doc, as you cut
He's
the
adopting the coins.
yeah, it's an adoption. Don't worry. As you cut the twine or the sinew that holds it shut, and you spill them out. First of all, the only thing that comes out of this, coin wise, is gold, ancient gold, with the emblem of Ashuraladan on them, meaning that these gold coins are at minimum 1,000 years old, and there are 365 of them. 365 gold. In the contents of the bag, you also sift out 4 very well cut pieces of agate. It's like a green, like a translucent green with a brown core agate gem. Very, very well cut, and all exactly the same size.
Bofer's gonna look at you and look at the gems.
I'm gonna smile and put them back in the pouch, and then put the pouch in my backpack.
Bofer's gonna look down, and then look up, then look back down at the book.
How heavy is that?
It's a lot of fucking weight.
Yeah.
Very, I think.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it is 1 pound per. Give me 1 second here.
Like 10 or?
Yeah, I think it's per.
100.
I'm almost sure it's per. Maybe it is per 100. I don't think it's per 100 though.
Also, my the shards of
50
emerald
to a pound.
I found, were they 20 gold? Because last time I tried to save it, it didn't save.
So, sorry, give me 1 second, Boo Boo. So, a standard coin weighs 1/3 of an ounce, so 50 coins to a pound. I'm sorry, Boo Boo, what was the question?
So I was looking at these shards of emerald,
Yes.
and it didn't save the value. Was it 20?
The shards of emerald, I don't think you've actually evaluated the shards of emerald. What I have you have evaluated so far was the potion. Was just the potion. That was just the only thing that you had that was identified. Everything else I have
Got it.
crossed off. But I'll let you throw a history check really quick if you want to.
I'd love to do
Yeah,
that.
go ahead.
With
Just give me-
yeah,
Yep, give me a history check at advantage with your dwarven stone cutting thing. Don't even worry about it. Yeah, 17. They're worth 5 gold each.
perfect.
I keep a very weird, creepy, detailed list of all the shit that you guys have that is not identified. Alright, so Doc, you pocket the agate.
I actually took the coins too because it was like 8 pounds, and I have not encumbered at all.
Perfect.
I don't want to keep leaving stuff behind if we can help it. We still have a chest to make sure we get to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I have a note.
Alright, so just so you know, the weight on gems, unless otherwise noted, is negligible. Pretty much what I say is anything above like 500 gold pieces is negligible weight for a gem. Once it hits that point, yeah, it's going to start fucking weighing something.
Yeah, I knew that. Sorry, guys. I should have voiced it so you guys knew.
Okay.
All right, everyone ready?
That's all, everybody.
Alright, if you guys want to get a game plan together, I'll let you move back down into your little hallway here. You can go as far as I have shown right now. Bear with me for one moment, though, because I do need to take a very quick bio break. So I will be
Alright,
right back.
So what do y'all think? Do you think, I don't know, me and
I
Bree
don't
should
really
be
want to
in
go
the...
back in those brambles again.
It kind of sounds like that's where that's where this druid is.
Yeah, if I had to guess, I'd say they're probably that away, but I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean,
That's
there
a
is also
long-
other doors we haven't explored down the
It's
other
a
way
long
around.
walk, but they did
This is where I
specifically
need to
talk
go.
about the.
I need to find his sister.
Was she a friend of yours too, or just the boy?
Just the boy. The girl is off for the last 10 years in that port city.
Right.
But I need to find her.
Okay. Well, we all do. I mean, that's why we're here. We need to figure out a way to get through this area without hurting ourselves, though, because that hurt. It's a
I know
long
that.
way to walk.
I can try and lead.
Well, I know that Meatball and I are able to. We're tiny, itty bitty enough to squeeze through that stuff, so it's not a big deal for us. But that doesn't help anybody else.
Right.
I'll heal whoever doesn't. I'll heal y'all if y'all get hurt too much.
she and Doc, she, as you had mentioned, wanting to possibly lead them through, and Doc, since you've been in there, she, give me a survival check with advantage, and your advantage is coming from Doc being your assistant. This is passive, by the way, so what the fuck is this?
Oh, I did not roll
I'm
well.
sorry. This is like some crazy level of kink. It's either Meepo like grabbing onto a mimic's dick and just raining happiness all over him, but Candace drew this, just so we're clear, or it's Meepo opening the cubby hole.
That was Meepo opening the cubby.
I accept either or, but my goodness.
I can't see it. No one's camera's
You
on
made it
for
so
that.
gross.
Oh, it's
I'll put it in the
it's gonna
Discord.
be
Yeah,
Don't
Discord.
worry, we got you, Meepo.
Thank you.
Oh, it's too fucking funny. Okay, all right, so we've got a 9 and a 15. Okay, so between you two, you kind of like glance over at each other, and as she had said, you know, maybe I'll just go ahead and like try to lead us through here. Doc, you kind of think like if we move very slow, like 4 to 1 slow through these
Careful.
brambles with somebody who's proficient enough, we could probably circumvent any additional damage.
I forgot. They were saying that some people in Discord were way louder than others. They didn't know if you could just check the volume for the stream.
I mean, I don't know what to tell y'all.
Yeah, I think it's just Discord.
Yeah, it's probably just Discord.
Because you don't have anybody turned up
I
specifically.
have nobody turned up and I have nobody
Yeah.
turned down, so hang on,
Yeah.
let me check real quick. Nope, everybody's the exact same level, so
Okay. That's what I figured.
I'm hearing everybody at the same exact volume.
I am too, yeah.
That's weird. Okay, anyway, sorry guys. So yes, that is what you can surmise out of that information.
So, Ranger, you need to be in front of us and lead us through, or can you tell us exactly where to go?
Why don't we let her lead and I'll assist? I've been in there. Ree was in there too, but I think Ree wouldn't really know where to look because you weren't getting hurt, right?
I mean, I know how to get through there pretty easily, but I don't know if I'll be able to lead any big folk.
Okay, yeah, let's have she lead, and then we can all just follow in a line so that we're together. Keep your eyes open because these things were very sneaky.
What I'm gonna do is I'm going to, as I stand, I'm going to unsling my quarterstaff from my back and use that kind of to help nudge things out of the way to clear our path a little bit. There's a way to assist in that survival approach.
Okay, understood. So, oh, go ahead, Lucy. I heard you.
Meepo have idea, and like if everyone's gonna come with, he'll walk to the branches and he'll cast like ray of frost at like the plants to see if that'll like make them wither and die. I guess to clear a path.
Sure. So yeah, you mutter your incantation, and as you blast it into the plants, like it hits them, and they frost over, but they don't disintegrate like the animated creatures did.
It was worth a shot,
It
Meepo.
was definitely a good idea.
Oh, okay.
It's just gonna have to be a slow go then.
Yep.
Just
All
be
right.
very careful and keep your eyes and ears open.
Okay.
Maybe I can scout ahead for everybody a little bit and
But
Last time that happened, you kind of.
I'll be cautious. I'll be cautious.
Are you stealthy?
Yeah,
Meepo will help.
I'm super stealthy.
Oh
So
boy.
I don't wear shoes.
Insight.
Oh no, Ria's lying out her fucking teeth. I'm pretty sure, right? Actually, that's not true. Ria's actually kind of stealthy.
She's
terrible.
been pretty
Not
stealthy.
terrible.
Yes,
I'll try to stealth
Actually,
too. just
surprisingly
for the
not
sake of-
terrible.
Meepo very sneaky.
Why don't we try to go quietly? I know, Bofer, it's difficult for you, but why don't we all try? It can't hurt anything.
All right, he's going to go ahead and rest his hand on himself and use guidance.
Okay. So what is the plan? Are you guys just gonna start walking?
We're gonna try to be stealthy. We're going to walk through, and we're going to let her. We're gonna let she guide us.
Okay. Everybody give me a... oh, Meeple will also try to sneak up ahead. Okay, so Meeple, go ahead and put yourself about how far you want to be, and then everybody give me a stealth roll.
Yeah, I think Meepo and Ree are going to kind of be sneaking together.
Okay, yep, go ahead and give me that extra stealth roll then, please, Ree. Candace, can you take note?
Oh, that's a big oof.
When these will be turned up. Oh, they're almost too
I
loud.
damn it.
Is that
think I just
Meeple?
lost
Everyone's
connection.
too loud.
Huh?
Wow.
We can hear you. I can hear you.
That's what is that, nat 1 with the 5, or is that just straight nat 1?
It's a straight nat 1, yeah.
Yeah, nat 1, buddy. No
So the guidance didn't count.
Well, it's still
on
an
a
nat
skill
one.
check?
Yeah.
Yeah, on a skill
Okay.
check, that means you got a 5.
Okay.
It's not fucking great, though.
Still not great.
Your chainmail is snagging on every thorn that you walk past, and it is very noisy. Okay, with that being said, go ahead and give me your marching order, please, and begin moving yourself down, and I will reveal areas as we come to it. It will take 4 feet for every 1 foot of movement, which means you guys are moving at not only difficult terrain, but you're moving at like double difficult terrain, except for anybody who is small, which would be...
Hey, that's...
yeah, that would be Ree and Meepo. And if she is leading, then she, please give me a survival check with advantage.
Do you want another one? She did one up there. It was 15.
Nope. Well, I'll take the 15. Nope, I'll take the 15. It's no problem. If they stay directly behind you, nobody needs to move any slower than at difficult terrain.
Perfect.
So you guys are actually moving way fucking faster if you follow exactly where she goes.
Yep.
If you break away from that, it's going to be a different story.
I do not intend to.
I'm staying in line.
All right, little ducks, let's go.
Letting the stealthy ones go first.
Well, you have to go. Oh, the 2 little ones. I see.
2 little guys, yeah. Quack.
That's what I always tell my kids when we're walking through mud. Like,
Yeah.
Follow. Come on, little
Let's
ducks.
go, little ducks.
Could Ree just do a quick perception check in front of her, see if anything like... It's particularly here, but because on the last time she saw one of those fuckers that was kind of hanging out in one of these bushes.
Yeah, go ahead. Give me a perception check, please.
Ah. Nope.
No, I mean, it's still... the light here is casting that crazy sickly glow, which is lighting up a lot of the brambles, which makes it look like everything is moving ever so slightly, but you're pretty confident, for the most part, that nothing is here.
Chink, 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 chink.
Clang, clang.
Yep, you can keep moving. It is the same story the entire way. I'm revealing what you guys are seeing as you're moving. So,
Whoa.
I have a DM question.
okay.
Is it possible to use spells and abilities at a smaller radius than what they specify?
No, not unless you are a sorcerer with a meta magic feat that allows you to do so.
A good question.
Okay.
That is a very, very, very good question. Okay, so give me one moment. Let's go ahead and pause right there. Meepo.
Oh boy.
Meepo got himself a little extra vision right there. So does Ree. Ree, give me one moment. All right, so I'm going to read you guys something right here really quick to give you a little bit more understanding of what you just walked into. So, a walled clearing is here among the briars, which is what you guys are walking into. The walls are about 20 feet high, which is less than half the height of the cavern ceiling. Several varieties of plants grow around the perimeter of the clearing, including a few suspicious-looking saplings. But their importance pales before that which stands at the courtyard's center. Beneath the fungal light grows an evil tree. Its blackened, twisted limbs reach upward like a skeletal hand clawing its way out of the earth. Before it stand a few twig blights, a heavily armored young human male with a shield and a sword, a blonde young human woman in a robe fit for a noble, and a middle-aged, bearded human male wearing a hooded brown robe and armed with a staff and a sickle. The younger humans have black eyes and gray skin with the texture of bark. You two, as you approach this area, bear with me one moment, I'm going to reveal one more thing for you. And there you go, my friends. This is the scene that
that's
you
cool.
walk into.
Really cool.
So,
Yeah, that's cool.
from the distance, from inside this cavern, you hear somebody call out, "Hold a moment. You know not what you do, brave adventurers. Please, step into the light where I can see you."
Ree will whisper back to Doc. Or I'm sorry, she. Like, fuck. I think they know we're here.
She's just gonna kind of give you a look and slowly put her quarterstaff back and swap to her bow.
What's happening up there?
I think I heard Ree say they don't have ears.
Oh. Wait, they? What do you mean they?
The blonde, was she in blue robes?
You can't
'Cause
see
the
her. You have
picture
no
is-
idea. You can't
Okay.
see her. You have no clue.
Fair enough.
This is just a Meepo and a Ree situation down here. You guys heard the call. You heard the call. But
Oh,
you-
they actually could hear that.
Oh yeah, yeah. It echoes as soon as something is said because this cavern is silent. It bounces off every freaking wall.
And that was in common?
It wasn't
Every
common, yes.
That
Every step.
was in common. We need to... Let's go up there.
Okay.
You hear
Okay, let's
again
try.
from the courtyard. "I won't ask twice. Please, step into the light where I can see you so we can discuss this like civilized beings."
What do you guys think? I mean, they know we're here and they're gonna fucking
Just
well.
walk forward.
Let's go.
go out swinging. Fuck these guys.
Go.
All right, I'm going. Ree will approach and step out right here.
Okay, give me 1 second. Let me reveal a few.
Hi.
things for you. All right, so Ree, you step out into the open by yourself, and you do notice at this point that yes, there is a. Let me zoom in a little bit here. There is a human man who is standing right here in the center. There is another human man standing here. That's the one dressed in armor with a shield. This is the female wearing the robes. There is a twig blight here and a twig blight here. And then the massive tree in the center, the crazy-looking tree, is standing right here, twitching ever so slightly in an unwinded, unbreezed room. So you step into the courtyard, and the man in the robes in the center there, he says, "What is it exactly that you are doing here, Goblin? Your people are supposed to be above, not below."
Oh, well, it looked like there was a lot of other of my kin wandering about down here, all fucked up looking. I don't know if you know anything about that, do you?
You are clearly not of the clan, are you?
I'm of a clan.
Not of the clan. If you were, you would know that we keep the experimentals down below and the regulars above. So you've already failed your first test. It's unfortunate.
I didn't study. I didn't know I had to study for this test. What kind?
I'd like to start quietly
Can I,
moving
can I,
forward.
Yeah, I'm
can I
gonna
start
follow.
over?
Sorry, who's moving? Yeah, anybody who's moving, you can move into
Okay.
wherever the hell you want to go. Essentially, wherever you want to go. If you get a little bit too frisky, I may have to stop you, but...
Does the woman look? Is she wearing a purple robe?
She's wearing blue robes.
Is that the color that we needed? I don't remember.
Yes.
That is the color. Okay. But she looks like she has like blacked over eyes right now.
Her eyes are black, and her skin appears to be, if you look at that picture, it's got almost like a bark skin texture, but it's kind of pale. Same thing with the guy standing in front of you, and he has a massive holy symbol of Palor emblazoned onto the front of his shield.
Who's there?
So the man is speaking over you at this point, but he says, "What exactly are you looking for? What is it that you seek down here? Because I can offer you nothing short of supplication." And he gestures back to the tree. "Into the Gulthias tree, my friend."
I don't know what supplication means necessarily, but I'm looking for that woman right there in particular.
Ah,
Hi.
you seek Sharwin. Unfortunately, she's already been accepted into the Gulthias tree, as will you in due time. But, oh, you have friends.
No, I don't.
A kobold.
Nope.
Kobold, my dear boy or girl, please step into the light. Let us converse for at least a moment or two, eh?
Fuck, this guy's got good eyesight.
After being called out, yeah, after being called out, he'll like, you'll hear a yelp from like behind Ree, and he'll like step out, but like still behind her, but he's visible now.
Could I try to hide at this point?
Go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
25.
You feel pretty fucking hidden. The guy in the center, he says, "Ah, there he is. Yes, and where are the rest of your friends? I received
23
word from
does
the
one
Blights that there were many more of you before their annihilation.
All dead.
That's unfortunate."
Right, that's what I said.
So again,
Go for it.
I ask to you, what brings you here? I told you already, the supplication has concluded for these two. That is the end of them. You are welcome supplicants yourself. If
Miko does not know what that means.
Yeah, could you dumb that down? Just a
Ree,
smidgen.
who's there?
Yes, I will dumb that down. Excuse me, I will not dub anything down. I will dumb that down for you.
Drop that bass.
With that, he kind of like reaches over, touches the top of his quarterstaff, and you see this just very slight glow from the top of it, and he says, "Supplication. is the true essence of Demyelavorko. And he points his palm forward, and the vines begin to immediately, rapidly grow up and around you guys. I need everybody to roll for initiative.
I still don't understand that.
Nobody was supposed to. All right, give me a moment here.
Make sure you select your thing.
Hello.
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Sorry, I got a lot of shit to set up, so bear with me. Sorry, Meepo.
Hi, I'm back. Sorry. I'll roll initiative. My internet disconnected, so I don't know what I missed.
You didn't miss much, except that when you guys were trying to schmooze the guy in the center, he very sneakily touched his staff and told you that supplication was, and then began an incantation. And then spells, vines began to writhe to life around you. So on that,
Bamboozled us.
he did.
Bamboozled.
He bramboozled.
Bamboozled
That's
us.
for
I
you,
love it.
Sarah.
God.
Oh my
damn it.
god.
All right. Well, on that note, I need everybody in that little square there. That would be Bofer, Ree, and Meepo to make dexterity saving throws, since y'all want to be fucking wise, guys.
Both for dexterity saving throw.
Understood.
Nope. Is it DC like 3?
Not quite.
Okie
Oh shit. God damn it.
dokie.
I accidentally.
Let's go.
I think I accidentally pulled Ree out of the order. Ree, can you re-add yourself for a
I don't know
moment,
if
please?
you rolled.
Hang on, I gotcha.
Yeah.
What were you, a 13, was it? Or was it a...
17.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so we've got a 5, 14, Boo Boo. You are not having any issues, and Lucy, I need a dexterity saving throw from Meepo.
I did. Roll 20 is
Hang on, I got you. I don't actually know how to see all the log shit. Where is it? That did nothing. Oh, hang on. Oh, you know what? It's because, yeah, Meepo, you're gonna have to re-roll it for me and do it in here, because you haven't moved your character over to the campaign yet from our first thing. So yeah, I need you to just roll it, please.
Okay.
Okay, unfortunately, Meepo, you are being held. Okay, so for those of you who have the icon on you, you are effectively restrained until the end of this spell. A creature restrained by the plants can use its action to make a strength check against the spell's DC during their turn as an action to free themselves. And that is that. So, that happens. Alright, so he mutters the incantation, and the vines and the brambles literally spring to life and begin to wrap themselves around you. That was it as far as the surprise round is concerned. It was only him who gets that off. So let's go to the top. Doc.
Okay. So is it still difficult terrain in here?
It is.
Okay, so then I'm going to use my cat movement and get all the way around to here. I'm sneaking. I had a 22 for my stealth, I don't think. Anyway, so I'm going to shoot. I'm going to use my crossbow.
To get to that point, I need you to make 2 Constitution saving throws, please.
Okay. $12 and an 8.
Okay, so you take 1 point of piercing damage, and I need you to re-roll your stealth at disadvantage on the second. And this is because you've taken damage and now have yelped. That's a nat. No, it's not a nat 20, but it is a 20.
No.
So still not. Hang on, give me 1 second. 1,
Okay.
2. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay. Yep. And then I'm gonna use my crossbow and shoot at the druid from here. And it says that. He already took an attack, right?
He did
Technically.
during the combat, yes.
So then maybe. Yeah, I'll shoot at the paladin because I get advantage.
And what's
So
the distance on your hand crossbow? Is it 60 or is it 30?
I think it's 60. Hold on.
I think it's 60 as well because the other crossbows are really fast.
No, it's 30. 120.
Okay, that's okay. So
He's still in 30, but
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yep, he's just barely 30. So okay, no problem.
okay. And I do not get the sneak attack.
Correct.
That's a nat 20.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, yeah, no, he does get hit. Yes, he does get hit indeed.
So that's gonna be, of course. So it's gonna be 5 points of damage, and then
Sorry, why 5? Oh,
because
you rolled a 1.
I rolled a fucking 1.
I was gonna say, goddamn, you got a good modifier. Holy shit.
Yeah, I rolled a 1. And then I'm gonna use my bonus action to dash back behind here.
Okay, give me another Constitution saving throw, please.
That's a 9.
Okay, take 1 more point of piercing damage, please.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, the hitbox.
Alright, so that's gonna bring us to Twigblight. Alright, so one of the twig blights moves up there, and then that is the end for it. Charlotte. So, the guy in the middle, after he finishes this spell, this girl, this female, with this golden blonde hair and these long blue robes. Sorry guys, my camera decided it was going to do the blurry thing again all of a sudden. Apparently I'm going to look like shit. She throws her hand over this large tome that she has in her left hand, and she twists her hand upwards, and as she does so, there's this gust of wind that flips the book open, and it flips very meticulously over to a specific page. She looks down, and as she begins to read, she traces this rune in the air and throws her palm outward. And as she throws her palm outward, there is this sigil that spins into existence, and these 3 beams of energy materialize and begin to shoot out of the sigil. All three are going to target Ree.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Ree, the magic missiles deal a total of 10 points of force damage.
Ow.
As you
Nice.
guys see these big smoking holes, the book then slams shut as she finishes her turn. She's actually going to take a 5-foot step back. Ree.
Alright, Ree didn't like that. Ree will yell, "As far as I know, nobody's ever done that to me and lived!" And she will rage, Ree! And then attempt to break out of this.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
So I know it's going to be an action to get out, yeah?
Correct. And so it is a strength check, which I'm pretty sure when you rage you have advantage.
Yeah. Yep. Hey.
Oh well, that was fucking easy. Yeah, you
Fuck your
you
vines!
tear out of the vines very, very easily. You've used your action, but you do still have movement.
Alright, so I just had to update my my stats there. Alright, I'm going to... She's going to just beeline straight to Homeboy there. And that's it.
Okay, understood.
Hopefully she doesn't die right here.
Alright. So, Ria's got the, what is it, a Morning Star and a shield, correct?
Yep.
Alright. So this guy who is standing next to you, as you run up and next to him and, you know, get ready to do your business on this person who's casting the Entangle spell, he turns towards you and he rears back with this long sword. This long sword... This longsword looks like a large shard of jagged glass with a steel hilt bound in some sort of bramble. He swings down at you. And you instinctually go to throw your shield up like, oh fuck, and you realize he wasn't going for you. He was trying to hit the shield. And as he hits the shield, there is this sonic burst of energy that ripples through the shield, and the shield shatters and splinters in your hand, breaking it off of your arm.
Oh no. Well, that sucks.
And it is with that he, whoever this guy is, will end his turn. She.
Okay, I'm going to move south, and I'm going to take aim when I see enemies. I think I have clear line of sight here. I think. Well, clear-ish, friends.
Yeah, no, I mean, you've got line of sight on all three of the... Actually, you've got a line of sight on all four of the combatants here, except for the Twig Blight that is up here. You cannot see that one. But other than that, you can see everything.
Okay. Which one was... This was the human caster with the green. It's not letting me do the click.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah, well, there are actually two human casters at this point, but yes, the one in the middle was the one that was doing all the talking.
Okay. That's probably Bellic. Okay. I'm going to declare that one prey. I'm going to take aim, try and focus through the fever, and I'm going to fire.
Okay, understood.
I'm going to need an extra couple of dice there.
Nice.
I've got the Slayer's Prey doubled as well.
Okay, give me one moment.
And then I also get the extra die for the half-orc fancy crit thing. So I'll
Could you tell
do
me
that one
exactly
next.
what that was, please?
Yeah, I'm looking for it.
Brutal critical, I think.
That is savage attacks.
Okay, and what does that say?
When you score a critical hit, roll one of the weapon's dice one additional time and add it to the extra damage.
Okay, understood. So you, instead of rolling 3 damage dice, or 2 damage dice, you roll 3 damage dice, essentially.
Yep, so I'm looking at 15, 26 points of damage.
Perfect. Okay, yeah, so you look at this guy, you fucking lock on, and you fire, and it hits him dead on. I mean, literally, like, through the throat, and it punches all the way to the other side, where, like, the arrow cuts clean through, and blood just sprays all over the back of this human guy in front of him and Henri. The guy staggers back for just a moment. Let me make his concentration check. Nat 20 on the concentration check, so there's no problem there.
Damn it.
But he is very fucking wounded, not doing well.
Oh, that was the caster?
Sorry, say again?
She hit the caster or the paladin guy? I can't.
The caster, right? Didn't you say the caster? Yeah, the caster. Okay,
Oh yeah,
so
always go for the caster.
Alright, anything else, she?
No, I'm focused on my prey. She's got that look on her face that says she's mid-hunt.
Alright, Meepo.
I don't know how bad my quality, like the lag is right now. But can you, like, I'm restrained, right?
Yes.
So what are the conditions for restrained?
Sure. So your speed is 0, and you cannot benefit from any bonus to speed. Your attack rolls against you have advantage, and your attack rolls, all of them have disadvantage, and you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Okay. In that case, Meepo will like look at the caster guy confused and go, "So these two, the 3 did this?" As he looks at like the dark eyes.
Okay.
Does he say anything?
Nope. He just got shot in the fucking neck, so
Okay.
definitely does not say anything.
Meepo will take that as a yes, and he'll cast snowball swarm here.
There? Or here?
Yeah, but he's gonna try and hit both the tree and the guy.
Okay, let me see. So, like, there, you're gonna have to, so, like, there? Like, you're gonna
Yeah.
get a little bit of the branches? Yeah, I'd kind of give it to you. Okay,
Yeah.
so you, okay.
He's gonna
so,
try and hit
sure,
both.
Sure. So it's a dexterity saving throw, correct?
Yes, 12.
Okay, so that's a success. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay, is he also restrained? I'm a bit confused.
What do you mean?
The net's on him, the icon.
No, that's his concentration for the spell.
Oh, okay.
That helps me keep
10.
track of who's casting the spell. If he's not in the actual AoE thing, then. Okay, give me one moment, please.
Oh, okay. Goes another level 2.
This is the place to use it.
Yep.
Okay, so he manages to get out of the way of most of the damage that it would be normally dealt to him. However, a good majority of the ice shards and snowballs and wind that comes bursting out of this dragon's head that you drop on this thing break a lot of the branches and a lot of the boughs of this tree and snap them off almost completely. As you do so, each branch and each twig that snaps off of it begins to bleed.
Like red blood?
There is red something pouring out of each of these busted limbs.
Some fucked up shit.
Oh, Meepo really does not like that. And
Anything
that's all I
else?
can do.
Okay.
So Bover
Bover.
can walk. Okay. That's 1, 2.
It's double. Sorry, it does take you double movement to walk through that, even though you succeeded, but you are not restrained.
So right here, right
And
here.
actually, hang on. I'm sorry, dude. Give me 1 second. I haven't actually used a legitimate, like, good spellcaster in this game, so I just want to make sure. So yes, it is difficult terrain. Yep, okay, just difficult terrain. So yeah, so to get from where you were to out of there, it will take 15 to get to here.
To right there.
Yes.
Alright, I'll move right there then.
I think that's
Black.
where you were, right? That you were
Yeah.
right here, right? Okay,
Yes.
that's what I thought. Okay, yep, so that's 15.
So for my verbal action, I'm gonna look at Charlene and ask just why.
She doesn't say anything. Her eyes are completely black, and you see she's already in the process of flipping the book back open.
I'm gonna say, "May your father forgive me for what I must do." And I'm going to go ahead and cast heat metal on his armor.
Rude. I love it.
Well, shit.
Yeah, I have something to say about that after we're done.
Why is it not? I thought it was metal.
Nope, you're good.
No, hurt. May Paylor forgive you.
Okay. Heat metal, huh? God damn it. Okay, so you cast the heat metal, and what is it, a Constitution saving throw, I think? So we'll go ahead and, you already rolled the damage. So you have to use a bonus action on each turn to cause it to take the damage. If it's holding or wearing the object, it has to make a Constitution saving throw or drop or throw the item if it can. If it doesn't drop it, it has a disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of your next turn. Okay. One moment. And that's after the initial damage, because obviously it's just a surprise right now. So it's going to take the 5 points. Alright, so as you mutter your incantation, you see the chainmail this guy is wearing begin to glow very rapidly, red hot. Ree, you feel the heat emanating off of this guy, and you
Starting to freak out too.
Yeah, like you look over, and this dude's flesh is crackling like fucking bacon, as oil from his skin is spitting out from the chains and onto your face. It's pretty terrifying. He doesn't make a sound as he burns alive from the outside.
No, that's even more terrifying.
Anything else, Bofer?
That doesn't make it better.
Alright, so this little shit, he's gonna run, he's gonna charge at you, Bofer. Burfer.
Burfer.
That's gonna be a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Alright. Give me a concentration check. It's a Constitution saving throw, please. And that is 5 points of piercing damage. 19, you maintain concentration of the heat metal, no problem, but you do take 5 points of piercing damage as this little twig blight pretty much just fucking Spartan kicks you in the chest. All right, so the druid guy, he continues to maintain his concentration on this spell that is happening outside of his reach, and as he is doing so, he grabs onto the wound on his neck, and you see these black tendrils scream up into his skull before vanishing. And as he pulls his hand away, you see some of the wounds have sealed themselves.
Oh, guess I'm gonna need to shoot him again.
Shooter.
All right. On that note, he mutters another incantation, and he touches his staff. And as he does so, the staff begins to shimmer ever so slightly, and he will end his turn. Doc.
If I go here, am I able to shoot through that little gap? Or am I taking it too literally?
No, you can shoot through that gap, no problem.
Okie dokie.
I had totally forgotten about this too. Doc, can you give me... I'm sorry, not Doc. Can you give me a Constitution saving throw from when you were moving into this combat area?
Just one.
Yeah, just one. You only didn't move 10 feet, so... I think you only moved 10 feet, didn't you?
Yes.
From where you had planted yourself? Because you were pretty much where Doc is now, right?
That's where I was.
she's- yeah.
20, okay, give me 2, I'm sorry. All you big people confuse me. Okay, no problem. And take 1 point of piercing damage. Okay, sorry, Doc.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my bonus action to dash down to that little space. And I want to shoot through there at the armored guy, I suppose.
The guy who's on fire?
Yeah.
Okay.
Add insult to injury, why not?
Sure.
A 16?
16 does not hit.
I
As
had
you
a feeling.
fire, you see his eyes look up and over his shield. Black as night. His armor still sizzling and smoke coming out. And he puts his shield up and immediately just catches the bolt.
I'm just gonna move up so that way I can move.
Okay.
Up.
And I'm sorry, how far did you move? It was 5, 10, 15,
15,
20, 25,
yeah.
and then 30 technically because you moved
Yeah,
down.
so
now.
3.
So I need you 3 Constitution saving throws, please.
Nope. Yep. That's
Okay,
nat 20.
so you took 1 point
One.
of piercing damage. All right. On that note, the second twig blight is going to it's gonna charge Beaufort. His Beaufort is standing right there. That is gonna be another 20 to hit. I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
14.
And that's only 2 points of piercing damage, and you still maintain your fucking concentration. What a champ.
That man is on fire.
Yeah, I need to start reading my spells because I forgot
Literally.
this was concentration.
Everything is concentration in D&D 5e. my
It's
friend.
true. It really
Just about.
is true.
Yeah.
Damn, y'all have concentration spells?
Fuck you, sorcerer.
Fucking sorcerer.
All right, so this chick is gonna go up here. As she does so, excuse me, she's going to pop open her book again.
Oh no. Oh no.
And as she pops the book open, she
Oh,
flips
no.
open to a very specifically colorful page, and she mutters an incantation and throws her palm out, and as she does so, this burst of rainbow-colored energy erupts from her. Give me 1 moment.
At least I'll die with pretty sparkles.
Don't die. That part's not allowed.
Alright, that was 26 hit points worth, which does affect Ree. Ree, are you immune? Give me 1 moment here.
I'm resistant to everything but psychic.
Okay, understood.
But if you said it's 20, then I'm out. Or 20 something, then I'm out.
Well, resistant, it should be halved, right?
Well, yeah, but
So, Ree, as it hits you, you are immediately blinded.
boo. No damage, or
Nope, no damage whatsoever. It was just a burst of pretty colors, and it made you blind.
oh, okay. All right, so I got that going for me. But everything's going to be at disadvantage when I try to attack.
Yep, and they have advantage on you.
Oh, boo. Well, reckless it is.
Jaeger bomb, baby. All right, give me 1 sec. Yeah, so blinded creature cannot see and fails any ability check that requires sight. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls all have disadvantage. All right, that is going to end her turn. Ree.
Okay, so yeah, Ree will just yelp and then start just windmilling her Morning Star recklessly at this fella here. So that reckless would give me advantage on the attack, but disadvantage, so just normal roll.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so here goes.
It's actually pretty smart.
That's what I said. They already have advantage.
I mean,
on
if
them,
they
so-
have advantage on me, yeah.
Even
Uh,
after
could I
that
put-
playing field.
So I'm raging, and can I put a little bit of? This is going to be +2 damage, and also I want to put a little bit of extra stank on this with Fury
Fury
the
the
Small.
Fuck yeah! All right, yeah,
Yeah.
you got it. Fuck yeah, absolutely you can.
So
it doesn't
5
take a
extra
bonus
damage.
action or anything like that, right? It just happens.
No, it just says
Just
once per
whenever.
short rest I can deal 3 extra damage.
Fuck yeah. Okay, so it's 9.
If he's one side, at least one size larger than me.
He is. Yep, he's medium. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so is that 9 points?
That's going to be
Or is it
8
Okay.
points. Yep. Piercing damage for what it matters.
Yep, so you slam into this fucking guy, and as you do so, you see, like, his ribs shift hard to the right, and he coughs. This black ichor just spits down onto you, and he goes, "Oh, fuck."
She doesn't see any of that.
No, she
Yeah, you don't see
She
anything.
hears it.
You hear, "Oh, fuck," and then you feel this warm spittle on your face, and it smells pretty
All
nasty.
right. That's what I like to hear. Fuck yeah. So Morning Star is one-handed. Right? So I no longer have a shield. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna try to punch him in the face. with a bonus action. Just offhand smack. Do have a whip, but that's not going to do anything.
You know, I don't know how that actually works. Can you just punch somebody if you have it? I thought you had to have an actual weapon equipped. Fuck it. Yeah, go ahead. You can smack him. Smack him. I don't give a fuck.
I'd like to smack him.
Smack his ass.
I'd like to smack.
Smack that ass.
Right.
Right in the pipes.
All right,
Yeah,
so that's
unfortunately you don't land the blow, unfortunately.
that was just a
But
wild.
you feel it. You feel it hit something, and it feels like it smacked like the fat ass of a tree. As this guy definitely has some goofy skin going on.
Ah, you got a big fat ass, don't you?
All
right, that's it.
I am so uncomfortable. All right. On that note. All right. So the guy who is burning. Does that happen, Boo Boo, on his turn? It's on your turn. I think it actually happens, isn't it?
One moment. Let me look
never
at this.
mind. I already looked at it. I've got it up. It's
Okay.
on your turn. You can use a bonus action to deal the damage to him again.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So this guy is going to swing. Okay, so Ree.
Yeah.
So your damage resistance is versus anything non-magical, correct?
Anything except psychic.
That includes all magic damage. Because
So
you're a bear totem, right?
I'm a bear. Let me bring this up here. Where is it? Yeah, while raging, you have resistance to all damage except psychic.
Fucking excellent. You only take 3 points of slashing damage as you feel his long sword kiss the side of your face ever so gently.
Oh, caress.
Caress.
You said 3?
Yes. Alright, she.
She's gonna spit a now very familiar word in Orcish, raise her bow, and she's gonna take a second and line it up. And I'm gonna shoot at the caster again, but I'm gonna use my inspiration die for it. As she really summons everything to get the shot right.
Okay, that's pretty nasty, but alright.
Roll that dice.
Yeah, the 19 hits. You fire, and that is max damage. So that is, it's almost max damage. So it's 6, so it's 12 points of damage, huh? And that was at the caster, correct?
Yep.
Perfect. So you shoot this guy in the fucking net, like right where that same wound was, and almost completely sealed. The second arrow comes in and completely collapses his ass to the ground. The entangle immediately fades. And he lies still on the cold earth. Anything else, she?
I'm gonna knock another arrow.
Alright.
And that will conclude my turn.
Perfect. Give me one moment. From the tree, you see a massive human man-sized frog leap from the boughs as the druid hits the ground and immediately lands behind Ree. As it does so, it begins to lash out at her.
What the fuck is happening, everybody?
Oh my fucking god, I forgot you can't see.
It's Hypnotoad!
Yeah, it's Hypnotoad. Oh god. Oh my god. That's a 24. So, Ree, you are hit. And that is going to be for 4, so divided by 2, that is 2 points of piercing damage from the bite. And you are grappled as something snatches you.
What the fuck?
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. No. You're even more than grappled. You're fucking swallowed.
Oh god!
Because you're small. You're small size.
What is happening?
So all of a sudden something lands behind you and you like turn blind, and all of a sudden there's this like warm tongue that like wraps around your body and yanks you into this dark cavern as you feel acid starting to burn away at you. On that note, you are grappled until further notice. You are blinded and restrained, and you also have total cover against any attacks from outside the frog. And you take another
Got that going for me.
6 points of acid damage as the stomach contents begin to...
Is that total or is that before half?
No, no, you're raging, so half would be another 3 points.
I mean, that's actually good because it'll keep your rage up.
Hanging in there for a minute. This isn't gonna last. If I'm in there for much longer, I'm not gonna be up. Gulp.
Okay, Bofer. I have to reset the anytime I add
it was,
somebody who's hiding.
It was Ree.
Was it Ree's turn?
No, sorry. Meepo goes before me.
Oh, that's weird that it reset that it changed your guys's. Oh no, hang on. Did it? Bofer, have you gone this turn or no?
I haven't gone, but I remember Meepo going before me last round.
Okay, look at that. Look at how easy I can change that. It's crazy what you can do as a DM. Okay, Meepo.
But since Meepo is free, and he just sees the like blood coming out of the tree, he's gonna be like absolutely horrified.
Okay, sorry, go ahead, buddy. You're cutting out real bad, so...
But he's gonna push past Bo for... Oh, okay. Is it still as bad, or...?
Now we hear you.
It's jumping out so sporadically, it's tough to tell. Like, we hear half of what you've said tonight, so...
He's typing.
Ooh.
On the tree?
Okay, who are you casting that on? Okay, so you have 3 Scorching Rays, 1 on each of the Blights, and 1 on the Frog. Okay, go ahead and give me, we'll say Blight 1, Blight 2 from left to right, and the Frog. Give me 3 spell attack rolls, please.
I completely forgot I gave him that.
Actually, okay, never mind. Scorching Ray is level 2, so yeah, you can cast it, no problem. Okay. Wait. Why did you cast Chill Touch? Oh, it's because it's a spell attack roll. No big deal. Yep, spell attack roll is fine. That's a nat 20.
Nat 20.
Okay. And the Frog. And 11. Okay. So you hit all 3 hit the nat 20 to go to the Frog, or no, I said it was going to be Twig Blight from left to right on the rolls, and then the Frog was going to be the last one, which was an 11. What is your AC now without that? Is it a 16?
16, yeah.
Okay. So yep, all hit and then roll double damage. I think the Twig Blight in the middle is probably pretty fucked. So go ahead and roll your damage. So each one of those raises 2d6 damage. So just roll them in roll 20. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you. Dead.
2 more.
Minimum damage is 4. He's dead. Yep, dead. And last one for the Frog.
And Frog. 8.
Okay, so do you want to try to explain this, Lucy, or is your internet cutting out? I'm just curious what it looks like.
I'll try, but so if my internet's not too bad, it's basically Meepo steps forward, he unfurls the scroll, he'll get the like draconic eyes again, and like he'll point the scroll out and start saying the phrases, and then it'll just like the beams will like shoot out of the scroll.
Yeah, and as they do so, they are pretty much just that. They're these fiery rays. Both the rays that hit the Twig Blights immediately ignite them to the point where they just disintegrate on impact. The third hits the Frog, and as it does so, scorches this huge hole underneath where its throat sac is, and you can actually see Ree's knee sticking out of the throat sac now. Pretty fucking gnarly. Anything else, Meepo?
That's can I quicken a scroll? Is that something I can do?
You cannot. It is only spells cast from memory because it has to use a spell slot.
Okay. Okay, in that case, I'll quicken... How many... Hold on, let me see how many sorcery points that takes.
I think it's 1.
2 sorcery points. Okay.
No, it's 2.
No, it's 2. It's 2. I'm gonna quicken a chromatic orb, first level, fire this time, on the tree.
Oh, fuck. Oh,
Good
fuck.
call.
Y'all better hold on to your tits. He's doing sorcery shits.
Hakuna your tatas.
Alright, go ahead and give me that roll.
Chill thine titties.
It is fire. That is skewed. Damn it. That was definitely more
So yeah,
for 11. That's a lie.
you hurl the chromatic orb, and as it streaks past, you see the tree actually bend ever so slightly out of the way as the dragon head shoots past it. Fire's not really your thing as an ice drake, so...
Yeah.
Alright, Beaufort.
Actually, oh no,
sorry,
it's too
go
late.
ahead.
Never mind.
Yeah, Beaufort.
All right,
no,
so
it's too late. I wanted to have advantage, but it's too late. I use my inspiration.
Yeah, it was unfortunately too late for that.
so how tall is this frog?
It's the size of,
Calling up
like...
the party.
It's like the size of a dwarf. Like, it's like 4.5 feet tall. It's fucking
Okay,
big.
so I'm gonna use my bonus action to go ahead and do the what is it called? Heat metal.
Okay, go ahead and roll the 2d8. What the fuck?
Max damage.
Max
Wow.
damage.
Not quite, but close.
So so as you look over, you grind your fist in this weird circle, and you see this flame, this half circle of flame, kind of like retch up and around Beaufort's fist, and you see his eyes flare up again, and the chainmail gets to a point where it is actually dripping off of this dude's flesh, and you hear him say nothing as he collapses to the ground in a heap and continues to smolder. Anything else, you sick fuck?
After that, I'm gonna go ahead and walk right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and use Toll the Dead on the frog.
Okay, understood. That is a wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
Alright, go ahead and roll damage.
Got it. Five.
Sorry, I gotta keep moving Ree out because actually,
Sorry, yeah.
you know what I should do? Actually, hang on. I think I can actually make Ree go to the back. There we go. That's even better. That allows me to grab the frog. If I just, use my fucking brain sometimes. Yeah, so yeah, the Toll the Dead goes off, and you see this necrosis start to peel from where that throat sac wound was down into its shoulder, and you can now see Ree kind of like shaking around inside, like part of her leg pops through, and you see this like acidic bile dripping off of her flesh that is actively eating away at the skin. Anything else, Beaufort?
That's it.
Alright, Doc.
Let me give you my Constitution saving throw. Is it just one because I moved 10? Or I moved 15 total.
Yeah, so it's just one. Beaufort, I also need a con save from you.
It's a 13.
Yeah,
21.
Both of you are fine, no damage.
Okay. And I'm going to shoot at it with my crossbow
Sorry,
at
sorry,
the frog.
Oh, at the frog, thank you.
And actually, I'm using my inspiration, so I'm going to do it with advantage because I want to get her out of there. 21.
Okay, make sure you mark your inspiration off, and yes, you do hit.
I guess it's 4.
Four.
There's no reason to get sneak attack, right?
Correct. Okay, yeah, you shoot it, and you shoot its right eye literally down to the fletching, literally all the way down, and the frog is still alive, but just fucking barely.
And I'm gonna scream, "Spit out my friend!"
Drop it.
All right. Anything else?
For my bonus action, I can't get close enough. No.
So.
she's gonna shoot me with something.
I think she's gonna shoot me
I've
with
been
something.
trying to hit her trait. She's gonna hit us
She's gonna
all.
hit us all
Okay.
with something.
Never underestimate a bitch with a book.
It's scary.
Clearly.
Hey, this bitch trained at Port Sindrian, alright? She knows what's up.
Yes, that's why I'm scared.
What is Port Sindrian? Can you eat that?
I mean, if you try hard enough.
Something did.
Something did eat Port Sindrian.
Foreshadowing.
Alright, so. She begins to mutter an incantation. I'm just moving the sound so I can see some things. She begins to mutter an incantation, and as the book flips open to another random, seemingly page, she finishes the incantation and she throws this dust into the air. And as it goes into the air, a small cyclone of energy grabs it and spins it into what is the circle that was just above you. Doc immediately collapses to the ground asleep. I don't have a
Dang.
good sleep.
I used the sleepy one.
Oh yeah, there is a sleepy one. Okay, so hang on. And Meepo falls asleep.
Oh.
Nap time.
So no
so-
saves? Oh no.
So that no sleep in this edition, 0 saves, but I have
Yeah.
to roll a certain amount of hit points to affect creatures.
Yep.
Okay. So you two immediately collapse. You guys, Bofer and she, you see these two just collapse to the ground and begin snoring heavily. That ends her turn. Ree, it is your turn. Give me one moment.
Fight your way out, that bitch.
Hold on,
Yeah.
hold on. As you are in there, Ree, you take
I might not be able to fight.
9
Nope.
points of acid damage, reduced by half, which is 4.
Out. Super out.
Oh, out? Did you say out? Like you jumped out? Wait, are
No,
you
no,
dead?
no.
Oh.
I'm unconscious.
Oh fuck! What is your HP? Oh, you were you
Crap.
were at 1 that whole time.
I was at 3.
Oh, rude.
Yeah, so I ain't fighting out of nothing.
All right, Ree's turn is moot. The frog.
This
would've
is
been
getting
alright if
very
I-
ugly very
yeah.
fast.
The frog jumps into melee with Bofer and attempts to bite it. As you guys all see, the struggling inside of this thing's gullet has stopped. And I rolled a 9 to hit, which is a miss on Bofer. Alright, she.
I'm going to look at Sherwin as she casts that spell. My eyes are gonna go white with that little pin prick. She is my prey. Raise my bow. Do I have a good shot on her, or do I need to move to not have cover?
No, you've got a pretty damn good shot on her. I mean, it's pretty clear, especially
Cool.
considering everything else is pretty much smaller than where you're at.
Fair enough. Oof. Oof, no.
No, definitely not. You shoot way the fuck over. It like clatters off the wall back here. It's pretty bad.
I've had a couple of good shots. It was bound to happen.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. I mean, you shot that druid in the throat twice, so I'll give it to you. All right, Meepo.
I am unconscious.
Oh, that's right. You are asleep.
Oh, I'm sorry. I do want to step back a little bit.
Okay, how far are you going back?
Just 5 back
Okay, no worries.
behind
Easy.
this wall.
Easy. Bofer.
Crap. I'm gonna. Let me see here. I'm gonna go ahead and use Searing Smite, and I'm gonna try to attack this one.
Okay, so what does your Searing Smite look like? Give me some info.
It basically makes my axe like go on fire.
Okay, yeah, so it's only verbal. As you swing down at the giant frog. You mutter an incantation in a divine dwarven language, and the axe itself roars to life with this fiery molten energy. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
11.
That is exactly what you needed to hit. Go ahead and roll your damage, as well as the additional d6 fire damage. Yeah, it had 1 hit point left, so you smash into it, and as you do so, the hot white molten energy cuts through it like butter to the point where you completely decapitate it, and Ree's dying body spills out of it like sausage out of a casing.
God, understood.
All right. Anything else?
I'm gonna move right here.
Understood. Doc.
I'm asleep.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Alright, this bitch. She throws her palm out, and as she does so, she's going to mutter an incantation, a very slight incantation. And you see a familiar beam of icy energy erupt from her hand at Bofur.
Shit.
And with a 21, that does hit. Take
That's cooler.
6 points of cold damage, and your speed is reduced by 10 until the start of your next turn. So you are moving at 5 next round.
Understood.
Alright, that's going to end her turn. Ree, you are dying. Give me a death saving throw.
Hey.
Not 20. Here we go.
Not bad, not bad. We'll take it. That's a one success. She.
Good enough.
I'm going to peek around the corner, and I'm going to line up and fire.
Absolutely. Now, just so everybody's aware, at this point, seeing the situation at hand, this girl has backed herself into the wall that she's currently standing up against. She is half slumped against it, and she is almost in a puppet-like fashion going through these incantations and throwing her palm out and going through the incantations. You can see tears streaming out of her eyes as she is almost incapable of stopping what she's doing. Go ahead and take your shot. And feel bad about it.
Promise I don't, but I'm also not going to hit.
A 10 you don't hit. No, it fires and it clips off of the wall against her. You're like, oh god, did I just feel something? Nope, it was just a bad arrow.
It was just a fever spasm, you know. I'm going to step back.
Okay.
Step back again.
Meepo, you're down. Bofer.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my last spell slot. I'm gonna use Cure Wounds on Ree.
Alright, go ahead and roll your cure.
It's 8.
Thank you.
8, yeah, Ree, you look up and around you and realize that Bofer is pouring this healing energy into you. Anything else for you, Bofer?
I'm gonna go ahead and take my step up.
You're one single
Alright.
step.
Doc is asleep. She's gonna cast again, going through the incantation. Actually, see. Oh, you know what? Give me a second. I'm gonna do something. That's a 21. She looks at you, Bofer, as you continue to approach her, and you see she locks eyes with you, even though her eyes are completely blackened. And she puts the palm out, and you see her before she starts the incantation. She mouths in Dwarven, "I'm sorry," and blasts off the ice ray at you, which does hit for an additional 3 points of frost damage, and your speed is reduced again. Ree.
Okay. I'm not blinded anymore?
Nope, everything, you wake up and you are feeling fit as a fucking fiddle, except for being horribly wounded.
What the fuck just happened?
Fuck Booyog!
What the fuck was that? Yeah, she'll stand up, which is half her movement. Yeah.
Correct.
And then she'll turn and see this whole thing happening. So she'll make her way. What do I need? 15? Yeah. So she's going to, yeah, first move and then. I can't double move after I stood up, right?
No, you absolutely can, because you just use your action to double move.
All right, so I'm gonna make my way.
Unless you use a range attack, then obviously you just stand where you are.
Yeah, I'm going to get here, up in her face, and yeah, that's it. That's all I can do.
Okay. She.
I'm gonna step around the corner again. I'm going to spit a string of not nice sounding orcish words at her, and I'm gonna try this for the third fucking time. See if I can put an arrow through her throat. Sorry, I know we want to save her, but no.
So that would normally be exactly what you need to hit. But as the
Very.
arrow flies true, her hand comes up instinctually into a shielded position, and she says, "Kushalo!" And you see this blue barrier form over her, and the arrow bounces off of the barrier, and the barrier remains.
Oh, that's not great. I'm actually going to continue my movement towards her as the need for the hunt takes over. We're half moving, right?
Yep. So go ahead and make 2 Constitution saving throws for me. I apologize, guys, that this is taken into 10:30 time frame instead of
No, that's
normal 10. Okay, so take 2 points of piercing damage for me.
She does not even seem to notice.
That's fine.
Alright, Meepo is a sleepy. Bofer.
5 or am I good?
No, it's still 5.
Crap.
Yeah,
Okay.
she hit you last
1.
turn, so.
Bofer's gonna look down. And he's gonna grab
Yes.
his javelin. He's gonna say, I'm sorry.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. With the shield up that she has until her turn, her AC is actually a 21. The 22 fucking hits. Oh, if this is nothing more than a cinematic death. Oh, she hasn't been hit yet. Never mind, it ain't a cinematic death.
Cinematic injury.
Yeah, so you puncture right through her shield. Like, it goes straight through the barrier, and it grazes her shoulder as you see her kind of wince in pain, and blood begin to seep out. Doc is asleep. It is her turn. She's out of spell slots, so she's going to look up at Ree and kind of blink heavy as she looks back at Bofer and begins the incantation again.
Stop it.
Bofer, that is 5 points of cold damage as she hits you again with another beam, and now you can see she is weeping. She ends her turn. Ree.
Okay. Could I? I guess I could. Oh, fuck. Sorry. Okay. I'd like to grapple her or knock her unconscious. Shit. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna try to knock her unconscious. I'm gonna just basically take the blunt end of the morning star,
Yep.
like jab her in the
Absolutely.
head.
Okay, go ahead and make your whatever regular attack roll you would make, and then we'll consider it as subdual damage. I will be right back, you guys.
Oh, actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this recklessly.
You're not blinded anymore.
Yeah,
Right,
still.
so it's actually advantage.
Yeah.
This feels like an important moment to knock her unconscious. There we go.
Snap.
Yo.
Natural 20.
Nice. That was definitely the time to go reckless.
Oh wow, and
Yeah.
and max damage too. So it's gonna be
Yeah.
18 points of damage.
Isn't it like 20? Because you have like fear, like the rage +2.
Oh, I'm not raging right now.
Ah, okay.
I
Right, yeah,
completely
you're right.
forgot how shield worked
Okay.
for a minute, and I forgot she had
Shield's
21.
Yeah, shield's pretty nasty.
Yeah.
Only if you're the one on the other side of it.
Well, yeah.
I'm just happy I managed to like get a couple of good shots on the other caster because I can't touch her worth anything.
Okay, so you're nat 20, you crazy bastard, plus
Sleep.
the 18 points. She's a second level wizard.
I don't know if you're talking to chat or you're talking to us, but you seem like you're muted.
Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes, I can
There
hear
we
you.
go. Yes, I was muted. Okay, so yes, the 18 points of damage absolutely drops her
Burn the bloody tree.
immediately
Yeah.
to unconsciousness. You crack her across the side of the head, and as you do so, she like looks up at you as you catch her in the temple, and she almost half blinks, almost accepting it, and you see her mouth in common, "Thank you," and boom, knocked out. All right, guys, that will effectively end combat for us for tonight, and for this crazy ass situation. So
Ew.
we have nobody is dying, so we just have two people who are unconscious, plus this lady who is also. We will give her the sleepy sleep. So
Nighty night.
for the sake of us already having gone over almost 40 minutes in our normal night, which is pretty hardcore, by the way, I will say let's call it here unless anybody has anything detrimental to do in this moment. If not, we can pick up, and I will actually put the models back on the field so we can see who needs to be looted and all that stuff.
Thank you.
That sounds good to me.
This was a cool session.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Did I just get eaten?
Oh, you got eaten. You
Oh,
absolutely
You
got
were
eaten.
an
I just get-
appetizer.
Yeah. Oh, besides
You were an
that,
appetizer.
Bofer would basically rush to her. But that's it.
Okay, so yeah, again, just really quickly, she is extremely unconscious, but she's alive. She's alive. The book is chained with an iron clasp around her wrist and to herself, so it cannot leave her being. This is absolutely 100% Charwin, but her skin appears to be very bark-like. I mean, it has like wood grain in it, as well as like these knotty protrusions, and it's very grayed. The same thing is with Sir Bradford, the guy that you knocked down with the sword that looked like glass, who literally turned Rhee's shield to dust, essentially. They both have this very woody, unnatural appearance. The frog, nothing special about the frog as far as what it looked like, except for the fact that it was, fucking 4 feet tall. But dire creatures are not uncommon in the bigger picture of the world, especially around a druid. So, yeah, so that is that. Any other questions or last-minute comments or concerns before we bail for tonight and pick back up next week for what should be a very awesome and roleplay-heavy session?
Nope.
Sounds good to me.
All right, guys.
We'll burn down the tree next week. It's gonna have.
You better remember it, Lucy. You better remember it, because I ain't reminding your ass.
I got the oil.
That's true.
All right. Guys,
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much for popping in and playing as long as we did tonight. Again, I know it was really long, but this was absolutely awesome. So,
I will.
I don't think anyone's complaining.
Yeah, you
No,
have
absolutely not.
for all intents and purposes
absolutely.
completed the Sunless Citadel, which is absolutely just fucking awesome. So,
Hey.
congrats to you. And you did it with no TPK and nobody died.
Hey.
I was getting pretty nervous right there for a minute.
Oh, dude, so was I. I was starting to freak out just a little bit.
I was pretty sure this
Um,
was it for Rhee.
I was contemplating on because I heard you say that Rhee's leg was sticking out of the frog's like throat. I was like, should I use Cure Wounds? No, I should kill the frog first.
I thought you were gonna say you were gonna pull on it, and I was gonna tell you, listen,
What did I?
the way that Kevin does things, you don't pull on a protruding limb because the limb comes
Yeah.
off.
Especially when acid is involved.
Oh,
Yeah.
what were you gonna
Partially
say
digested.
about heat metal?
Oh, so I'm fairly certain Kevin could correct me on this, but I am
Alright, guys,
like
we're gonna go
99% sure that
raid
Breezus
Maya
did the
Fuji
same
as soon
thing
as
in the
we are
first
ready to roll
campaign.
here. Please give Maya Fuji a shout out. Actually,
Oh, in
made
the
me
exact
request a
same
shout-out,
scenario,
but Give
you mean?
her,
Yep.
a
She did heat
follow
metal too.
Nice.
as we watch.
I think in
Excellent
total I did
artist. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next
22
week
damage
for
to him.
the conclusion of the Sunless Citadel. Until
Yeah,
next
that was a
time,
good
friends.
call, burning his
Also, everyone,
his
I
armor
did
there.
see your
I
pun,
went
you
through
son of a
what
bitch.
3
Of course
Constitution
you did.
saving throws? Yeah.
All right, guys, take care. Bye bye.
I gotta say, I like the
I lo-
image of Bofer basically like just kind of doing the slow walk towards her and like getting blasted every couple seconds, like very like
Yeah.